Test. Switch it over here. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? This is BrackCast number 54. It's St. Patrick's Day, so cheers. We have drinks. Krista's with me here today. Deji's on his way, I believe, and hopefully I did invite a few others to come, but we'll see if they can make it. But yeah, today I guess it was an opportunity, an excuse for us to have some drinks on the podcast because of St. Patrick's Day, and I wore some green. This is the only green that I have, and we can see here actually I have here. I'm gonna put this up here. We've done some podcasts in the past about dating, so current dating scene in fall 2021. I thought we were going to do one quarterly, but hey, I guess it's still winter, but we're almost into spring. We did one about social media usage and relationships in the past year, during the first year of the pandemic, the dating scene then. And I have some videos here about various experiences that I've had on the dating apps. But today, yeah, we're just going to talk about how we're going to be transitioning from the pandemic kind of dating scene of a lot of the apps, and yeah, a lot of app culture and ghosting, and I don't know if there was still a lot of people hooking up in in the pandemic. I'm guessing that they still did, but now that restrictions have been lifted or softened and now being lifted March 21, I think masks will also be lifted. You don't need like QR codes and vaccine passports to go into restaurants anymore again. So bars are open again. So I think 2022 is going to be more social, I'm going to say. I've noticed a difference too in my interactions on the apps. Maybe it's me, maybe it's the other person, but I feel like I'm being more open to have conversations with people and more open to meeting up with people. And yeah, but before I go into my stuff, Krista, what do you think? How has anything kind of changed? We kind of did a little brief intro, but yeah, what's going on with you? What's going on with you?
So yeah, dating on and off the last couple of years has not been the greatest.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just saying, I've given it a couple of a break for the last couple of weeks.
Just a couple of weeks. That's not that long. I thought it was like a couple months.
Like 2 weeks. Yeah, I just don't feel like putting in the energy right now. Like specifically with the app. It's been tough. A lot of ghosting. You know, meeting up with people and just like them not meeting expectations. And so, yeah, I think it'd be ideal to meet someone in person. Yeah, so hopefully the lifting of restrictions will open the door to more of that.
When you say ghosting, like what's the level of ghosting that you're talking about?
A lot of ghosting, like the initial like hi and just saying all this stuff about me, like how it seems like we'd be a great match, and then you know, me giving a response, and I really don't think it's anything that I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it's not. Maybe it is, I don't know. Right. But then just like not hearing anything back.
So mid-conversation, maybe. And then they just stop answering type of thing.
Yeah. And maybe a lot of people are just like in the same place as me. Like, I just don't feel like putting in the effort right now because it's really not being returned. And
okay.
Yeah.
But you feel like if it was being reciprocated, it would be like very positive. The experience would be moving forward. This is Tom Krista. Tom's
Hi.
my cousin. We're like
really
close family friends. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Is my mic okay this week?
Yeah, sounds really good. And your video quality, like your internet's made way better than last
I
time.
had to get a new laptop, man.
Okay, there you go.
It crashed on me just before my midterm. I'm like, oh fuck.
All right, nice. I mean, sorry to hear that, but that's wicked.
I got her
It
done.
looks good. Like the webcam looks good, and the internet
Yeah.
looks good. Krista's a great friend, and also we used to dance at University of Waterloo. Actually, no, we didn't dance
as
at
in like
University of
hip
Waterloo.
hop or salsa or
Yeah, hip hop.
nice.
Part of
nice.
UW hip hop.
All the dancers in the room right now when we're shooting at the bar.
Yeah, I know that'll be tomorrow.
You do salsa?
No.
Oh.
I do hip hop, crip walk, sea walk.
Okay.
Freestyle it. I've never really taken any, lessons like my cuz here, but I could hold my own.
Wait, have you taken a
Nice.
class? You've never taken a class. You never taken a class?
Nah.
Okay.
I just look at videos and see if I can do it. And I practice.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you knew too, but Deji is a dancer too. Did you know that, Tom?
No.
So that's how we know each
No.
other too, through dance. Also hip hop. Waterloo. Waterloo.
All the girls look at the guys that dance, right? They don't look at the sidelines.
Well, I don't know, man. Well, that's another thing too. Like the dance scene. Classes are open again, and I see people going to classes. They're still wearing masks.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a lot of them won't be soon.
Right.
But yeah, I guess that is a really good place
Isn't the
still
mandate
to like.
done after this weekend?
Yeah, the 21st, Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it. It's a great out of school opportunity to be with athletic, generally fit, and maybe hopefully people with rhythm, boys and girls in the same room, and then like you get to check each other out, and you get to like, evaluate and like socialize. And I don't know if I could do that again, going to class.
You know what?
I definitely want to take a class again, but I don't want to date. I don't want to date a dancer.
Well, yeah, that too. It's it would have to be someone, because I remember how my mindset was when I was a younger dancer taking class. It's because in my head there was a possibility that it would still be a career choice. Like it's still an idea that, oh, this could be something I want to do and like pursue it.
Right.
I don't see myself wanting to be with someone at this age, at this point in my life, to meet someone there and who has that same mentality of like, yeah, I might want to pursue dance, meaning they'll think of moving to LA, or they might have to go on tour with an artist, or they might, all these different things. Well, okay, you're not going to build a relationship with someone who's going to think that way, right? Like
different stages, right?
Different lifestyle.
Yeah,
different stages in life.
It would have to be someone like me who's like, I used to dance. I just
Yeah,
wanted
this
to
is
like,
fun.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to come back out and see if I still had it, But
It's true. I went out Friday for the first time in over 2 years, and I'm just like, wow, it was
to a bar fun. Or what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was out with classmates, and then I said, fuck it, I'll just see who's next door at the bar. What happened? Saw some people there, and man, people weren't wearing masks, and people were dancing. Like, all right, fuck, let's go.
People were dancing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they were. I was dancing.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, there was no sitting at the table. Everyone was moving around. People were shoulder to shoulder, all that kind of stuff. So
that's what tomorrow's gonna be.
I went
like.
with the flow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun tomorrow. Yo, you have a drink? You have a drink, Tom? I see a Michelob Ultra there. There we go. Cheers, man.
Cheerio, Mike. Cheerio.
Is Deji gonna stay muted? What's up, man? Deji, you there? All right, I have a question, guys. Maybe this is too soon to ask. But anyway, like this, you don't have to admit or not or share if you don't. But if you guys know people too who've done the casual relationship, right? Like they
what does that mean?
Like they I don't know if you have friends who look for people who are not looking for anything serious, but they're on the apps and they actually put not looking for anything serious, just here to have a good time, or going with the flow. So basically it's just like they want hookups. Isn't that what that means?
Yeah.
When they put that? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know people like that? Do you
Yeah.
know? Okay. So
this guy right here.
yeah,
You know what? I still do that. I mean, I don't say it. It's just,
Okay, no. So on your profile, it doesn't say. It doesn't say.
I don't use
not looking
those
for anything
apps.
serious. Okay, you don't use the apps.
But I don't
okay,
use
so
them
you.
now. I haven't used it for years.
Okay.
Not that I say I won't again. I should, but fuck, I don't know.
But in a club, I don't think anyone even. That's not even part of the things that come up in a bar or a club. I mean, like you walk up to someone, you just start talking. You just start talking. It's like,
Exactly.
okay, this person's attractive or good looking or whatever. Decide to continue to have a conversation, and then depending on your levels of intoxication, kind of determines the flow and the mood of the conversation. But on the apps, there's people who like straight up will up front advertise that they're not looking for anything serious. So when I see that, that means they're isn't the hookup culture, right?
A lot of people tend to respond to those profiles than
So is that
looking
true?
for my
No,
mate, all that shit.
So okay, I'm asking because I don't know. I advertise the opposite, that I'm looking for a serious relationship.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happens on the other side of that table. So what happens? Do girls actually? Okay, it's probably different for guys and girls, but for a guy, let's say, who advertises or who says that they're not looking for anything serious, do girls actually like respond to that and they're like, well, yeah, this is what that's same. Is that what happens on these apps?
It's a different stigma because guys don't necessarily put that on their profiles. It's always girls that do it. In my
I see girls do it too. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen
but guys they don't. If a guy does it, then
he's a douchebag.
That guy's a fucking douchebag,
Yeah.
dirtbag. You know,
that-
he's a player. He's a player.
I mean, a lot of guys do it.
Okay, you do see it. Okay, you do see it
Yeah.
then. Okay.
Yeah.
And do they not show their face?
No, a lot of the time they will still show their face. Sometimes you'll see profiles that they don't show their face.
Do they
lacks confidence?
Do they do anything to try and conceal their identity? Like, you know how some people don't have their actual names?
Yeah, like just a letter or
or something that's not even a name. It's like some description.
Yeah.
Like,
Can you do that?
Yeah, you don't have to put your actual name.
Well,
See,
it depends on the
like
app,
like your first name and all
Right.
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I put my name, and people ask me sometimes. They're like, "So what's your actual name?" That's my actual name. Like, it's
really?
like, if you see where the job and like the work, or it says, like work. Is it work or like employment or job?
Have you ever done this? Because this happens a lot.
What's that?
Like when you see a name, you try to look them up on Facebook and shit like that, and see who they know. If they know anyone you know. Have you ever done
You
that?
can't just look up a first name though.
Yeah, no.
Well, sometimes people have their names or shit like that, or they chat with them for a second and get their name, and then they'll fucking creep them.
I'll openly creep them right away and ask if they have Instagram.
So many of my gal pals fucking message me like, "Do you know this guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know him from this and this." Because they're like, "Oh, what? You meet him on Tinder?" And all my gal pals are always looking for me like for fucking tips, or not
like
tips, but the heads up,
background checks.
Yeah, all the time. It's just like, and I'll be like straight up, like this guy, he's got 3 girls on the go, shit like that. Like I know a lot.
Oh, you rat them out?
Well, I mean, I know people. They're not everybody's my fucking homie, but I know a lot of people, right? So,
okay,
I gotta pick a side, and if my gal pal's coming to me for fucking help, I'm gonna help her.
So, Krista, you're saying you see people actually put that out there, and based on the profile, based on, I guess, their level of attractiveness or whatever, do you think that works for them?
I don't know. I'm sure it does. Like, I'm just not one of those, not in this stage. I mean, maybe a couple of years ago, I would have yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So
yes.
Mike says Black Widow on the pod. That's you. I see it. I kind of see it now. Yeah.
I think everyone's allowed to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
it can't be so defined so early.
But if they are identifiable, if it's like, I know that person, like I used to go to school with that person, is that stigma? Is that faux pas? Are you not supposed to look like that on these apps? You know what I mean?
No, I think you could. I think you could just do whatever you feel comfortable with. There's so many more liars out there than fucking
Yeah,
people
that's
who are
true.
straight up.
There's a lot
So
of
many
fake accounts
liars.
on there.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just be straight up. If I'm not into you, then I'm not into you or whatever. But it's so different, man, because you got to get these people on the. You got to get the face to face. Like I learned in my past. So the last time I was on these apps was, I don't know, 4 years ago, something like that.
That's a while.
And yeah, it's been a while. And what happened was, a girl told me, she goes, you know what? Instead of chatting these people up and then talking to, everyone's talking to 5 or 6 matches, I guess, or something, right? You're painting a picture in your head of what they sound like, all that kind of bullshit. Just get the fucking meeting right away. Get the meeting right away so you're not disappointing yourself. Just if they can't meet you, then it wasn't gonna happen anyway. So why even fucking talk for fucking 2 weeks? All kinds of shit.
I am
people
trying
are
to push
scared
the
of
meeting
meeting face.
too.
You gotta get that set the meeting up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You could tell a lot from right there, how much effort they're gonna put in, or how much they're telling the truth, how much. And you know what? You get that meeting, you're gonna either be disappointed or you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel like you can connect on a lot of things like over text and feel like, yeah, this could be something that works. And I just had a recent experience where like we met in person the day after we started chatting. We chatted a lot and I was super excited. And like we met and I was like, no, this is not it. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
See why?
So there was a connection in the chat, but not in person.
Oh yeah.
I've had two where maybe there's not much connection in chat, but like then you meet up and it's like, oh, I don't know, man. I feel like that's me. That's like my thing. I chat a lot, and I think I don't know. Maybe it's the way I type, or maybe it's like I'm flirtatious in chat too. But I feel like I do a lot of that before I want to meet them.
Hell no.
No.
I learned no. You got to meet them because fuck. Why waste time?
Well, because you might not even need to meet them if you can figure out through the chat.
Is this a pen pal? Like, what is it?
No, see, a pen pal is meant to. They're meant to never meet, but if I feel like
so you like to wait longer.
No, I don't. It's just if it doesn't click right away, I don't mind spending a bit more time chatting before I see if it clicks or not.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Not like, okay, it's not really clicking, but hey, let's just meet as a last resort. I'd rather like, all right,
as a last resort. Oh,
well, you know what I mean. Like, if it's not clicking, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna push?
Yeah,
like,
I see what you're saying. But like, I think everyone's different for sure. But if you're engaging, we've all done this. You message someone every fucking day, 10 times a day. You might as well just fucking meet the person.
Well, yeah. I mean, if the schedule and everything works out, that's what I.
It could be, you want to meet up for coffee or something, or I don't know.
I think
do these days.
I think the pandemic, the last couple of years, was a very big excuse for people not to meet up so quickly like that.
Oh yeah.
But that'll be different now. Like I do think, even if vax or not vax, hopefully that's not going to be as much of an issue. But you can talk about that. But I feel like
it depends on how hot they are.
Yeah, that too.
So we already know your view.
I can't. Oh, well then I'm not vaxxed. Are you? Are you? Yeah. Like it depends. See, a lot of things can be taken care of face to face because there's no hiding now.
Yeah, they can lie about that too.
You might think this girl is so hot, but then her voice bugs the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Or her laugh, or something. Or whatever. Like nothing wrong. Like I get there's or whatever. If you're engaging in a text, there's a conversation, but you can't hear each other.
Well, I like to.
People are more bolden. I'd rather be bold.
Send voice notes.
And if you don't have the balls to fucking sit down and talk to a
calls.
woman, how the hell are you going to sleep with them? Fucking text her to bed? Like, I wish it were that easy. Hey, you want to hook up? Just me, like, I wish it were that easy, but it ain't.
Well, you can still reach that level through text, though.
You can. I'm sure
it's possible to still reach that level of flirt to the point of trust, and then you all of a sudden there's like you break that barrier and you can actually do that without meeting. I'm I'm speaking, I guess, out of experience from my long distance relationships that I've had. Like,
Yeah.
I've had where I there's relationships in the past that I've never met them in person, but I'll say, yeah, like it was 2 months. It was through OkCupid. She's from Russia, and
okay.
like we never got to meet in person. That we were trying to like work it out, plan it out, but it never worked out.
Would you go to that extent to across the ocean?
I don't know if I go to Russia, particularly right now.
No, no.
I don't want to go there now, but
it's sometimes you gotta keep things simple. Like, you ever watch that show King of Queens? With Doug Heffernan and Carrie. Like he's the fat guy, and Leah.
That show.
You know that show?
I can't stand that show.
Okay, well, anyway, there was this one part they're talking about. Okay, you get a freebie, and then he goes, okay. So she's like, so no matter what, if I sleep with them, you can't be mad. And she goes, yes, we each have a freebie. And she goes, and then she's like, okay, who would it be? And she's like picking something. She picks like George Clooney, and then you know what he goes? I'll pick your hairdresser. See, that's more realistic, right? And she gets all upset. He's like, oh, fucking asshole. I'll take your hairdresser. She's right there.
Well, it's because one's accessible and the other one's not.
Exactly.
So the other one was a hypothetical.
Isn't that how dating should be? You got to be accessible.
Well, I know. But I think in my experience, it's just because of my success rate with local is just not nearly as good as my success rate with international, I guess, or at least even just attention. What's up, Deji? Happy St. Patrick's Day, man.
Yo, mad technical difficulties.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh my god, I was fucking pulling my hair out. Yeah, happy.
Alright, I'm gonna pour another drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I'll be good fucking drinking here.
Yeah, man.
You know what, man? I don't even think I've drank with my fucking cuz. That's how long it's been I've seen him in person.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Oh my.
I'm not even that much older than him, but like when I moved to London and when I got into my 20s, I was doing my thing and partying hard.
I think we all did that for like a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I can't go back to where it was, but if I have one of those days once a year, I won't mind.
1, 2, yeah.
It depends how much money I make in the next, 2 years. Money does a lot of things.
Iceberg. That's a good vodka. That's one I can have.
This was a gift.
Oh, you're
really?
not supposed to support it. No.
What do you mean support it?
About, like,
Russia?
That's a potato.
That's
it's a
made in
potato
England.
vodka.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you drinking it with?
So that, and then you get a McGuinness Blue Curacao. You mix that.
Curacao.
And then Allen's Fruit Punch and some
Jeez, man. I don't know what to say right now.
water right there. It's good, man. I liked it.
Sure it is.
Anyway. So yes, Krista, you were talking about vax and anti-vax.
Yeah. So I'm not vaccinated. I, made that decision to not be vaccinated for a number of different reasons. And it has been an issue with multiple people, which is frustrating. I've had one person who said it wasn't an issue at all at the beginning, and then it became like a big issue and blew up 2 months later. And then
what?
Yeah. Yeah, this was
so is it not advertised on your profile then?
It is.
It is.
See, so he's dumb.
Then he's an idiot. Yeah.
Well, this person, I had met him before, and I made it clear, when we first met up again, I am not vaccinated. And fine, it's your decision. And he was saying all these things, and I'm like, cool, we're good. I was confident that it was not a problem. And just before Christmas, he's like, yeah, I can't see you because, my grandma's coming and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, but I mean, I know you want to protect your family, but you're coming in contact with all of these other people who you're like nearly just as likely to get COVID from as you are to get it from me. And yeah, it just blew up.
That sounds so weird.
So there was that. And then there was a recent situation where, you know, we were chatting and he asked if I wanted to meet. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not vaccinated. So we got to go somewhere that's like cool with that. Because this was before like the vax passes were lifted.
Yeah.
And then he like completely just ghosted me.
He just shut up.
Like nothing. And I was like, cool. Okay.
Well, I was about to ask about that. So, Noi, like, you know how you say you talk? Have you ever had the instance where you get ghosted from these people on these dating sites or?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
All the time.
And my
Yeah.
experience is that they already found somebody else, or they just got back with somebody else.
Or they just don't give a shit. Like, I don't know.
My take is they have enough choice, and I'm just not one of their top choices. So it's like they've entertained me because at the time they had they had the time to spare to maybe converse with me, and then but the one they're actually after ends up giving them the attention they want, and then they're just like, well, forget about that guy. That's my that's
you know,
my
he
take.
asked for the meat.
And like, I've ghosted people a fair amount too, but like mostly it's when I've just had enough and I just need like a break from everything, and I just, you know, I just shut it down and I don't say anything to anyone.
I tend to not
it's too much effort.
But I definitely give off this vibe that if something happened in the conversation or maybe in the date or the meetup where I didn't think that it was gonna go further for me, I'm not gonna ignore them if they message me because I think that's mean, but they can tell from my answers and my kind of lack of initiating and wanting to like meet again, or I think at least I'm pretty tactful with giving the impression that okay, I'm not that interested anymore, and usually they catch on.
Are you scared to say that, or yeah?
No, it's just because I'm there. If they'd ask me straight up, I can say it. But if they're not gonna ask, I'm not gonna like, because if I bring it up, let's say, you know, I was thinking, I don't think this is really gonna work out. Some might react and feel like they have to reciprocate the same tone with me when they don't need to. It's like you could do that quietly and kind of maybe like discreetly on your own. Like I feel like you don't have to put someone on the spot if they're not ready for it.
Maybe you should give them a reason so you don't leave
them. Like, you know, it's still like they're investing time in messaging you and whatever. So like I feel like some kind of
so what would you
clarity
say? They're
is
like the next day they're like, hey, good morning, how are you?
Like,
be like, you know, like, the date was kind of cool.
Mean, like,
you want to be friends with them? You know, like, you want to be friends with them, or?
But I'm never closed. If I respect the person, I feel like they are like good people. Yeah, I'm not closed to maintaining a friendship.
Okay.
If I don't like them at all, I mean, that'll be known.
If you don't like them and don't want to ghost them, you know what you say? You ask them if they got any hot friends. That will piss them off.
Yeah, it's like, so I feel like we had a great time. Do you have any friends you can hook me up with?
Damn.
That's a quick one.
What?
I can see that working. But
the best part too is you can use that in the thing. You know, if you don't have, let's say you become friends with this person, they might have friends that they'll introduce you to.
Yeah, but not in that context. Not.
Well, not in the contents of you having friends, but if you build a bridge.
No, but Tom, here's a question. If you built a rapport and you suddenly had a change of interest where you're like, you know what, I don't really see this going anywhere with this girl, but she still likes you and she's still messaging you, you're gonna say that? Like,
how long have I been with her? Is this one date?
Like maybe even just one date, or maybe
have I slept with her? Like, you know,
I would say no for this scenario. Okay. So no, you haven't slept with her. But she's still interested in like wanting to hang out and spend more time and getting to know you. You can tell, but you know you don't like her anymore. Are you gonna be like, so do you have any hot friends? Are you gonna just say that? Like,
well, it depends. Number one, if she starts laughing and giggling and thinks I'm joking, then I know I could take advantage of the situation. But I mean, you don't want to be mean to people too, you know. Okay. So I do straight up. You know what do people do when they a lot of people when they go on dates, you text them after, right, or something. You know, like, hey, I had a good time and all that, right? Don't people usually do that? I do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you met with someone, then like 30 minutes there, an hour later, you text them, say, hey, it was fun to finally, you know, all that stuff.
If it
and
went
then,
well, yeah.
If it went well, even if it did go well, you know, sometimes you'd be like, you know, it was good, you know, you just say, hey, it was a pleasure meeting you, you know, like, but
Is
I'm
that
not
etiquette?
sure.
Is that
But
etiquette?
yeah, why not? It's like,
Why?
you know,
Why do that though?
No, that's misleading.
Thank you.
misleading them if I tell them I don't want them? That's misleading.
Oh wait, you tell
Oh,
them
if
you
you're
don't.
saying I'm not interested, fine.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, just say it was, you know, it was a pleasure meeting you. I could just, you know, but I don't know. It's I could sometimes tell during the conversation or where you are if you're gonna meet them or hang out with them. Trust me, if the girl's fucking laughing, you're having a good time. If I'm laughing,
Well,
I'm having a good time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but if I'm not laughing, the conversation's really fucking me forcing at them. I don't have to say anything. You could just tell. Like, I've never been really in that crossroads because if I'm not into someone, I'll find a way out of there pretty quick. Don't you know that though about people? Like, I don't know how people are.
Okay, I've been on. Okay, I've I've been on dates where probably first 10 minutes, maybe less, I know I'm not interested in furthering this pursuit of mine. Like I have decided already, and that doesn't cut my social skills though. It's like I can still maintain a very intellectual conversation and exchange with somebody for a couple hours to a few hours if the conversation's good, if the subject matter is engaging. Like I can still take part in a, because like I went out, you know, and I went out, I went out of my way, but like I went out to meet this person, to spend time with this person. Sure, after the first 10 minutes, I might decide already, okay, maybe this is not the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, or that I want to pursue further, or I want to sleep with.
How come? What was the reason? Give me a reason.
Well, sometimes you just, like in the first 10 minutes, sometimes it's just attraction or not.
How did
like
you
I'm
know
just,
right away,
like I'm just not, I'm not, I'm not attracted. Like it's like, I might have seen them on the app, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can be attracted to this person. But then you see them in person.
Maybe.
Yeah, you see them in person, you're like, okay, yeah, maybe not.
I've had buddies fucking run.
Well, okay.
Well,
like
they see them
the catfish, right? And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like sometimes you give them the benefit.
Their voice is a thing too.
Voice? Oh yeah, voice. Yeah, voice is another one too. Or just the way they talk, the way their demeanor is. If they're just like, they're just not in that level you want them to be, you can kind of decide. But it doesn't mean that I can't spend more time and finish the date well and like engage. Who knows if they think I'm still interested, but at least, I don't know, I'm investing the time already.
Yeah, there's a lot of deal breakers, I think, for people now. There's definitely a lot of deal breakers, even though they don't have to be. Like,
well, I mean, like, if you're looking for someone who you want to spend the rest of your life with, like, you don't want them to drive you fucking crazy. So.
Nobody's perfect either.
No.
Right? Like, I'm really, you know what? I'm interested to go out on a fucking date now, because like it'd be weird because it's been I've been single for just before the pandemic. Worst time to break up with my girlfriend too.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah. Worst time. So I'm curious to know if people are a little bit more withered or more willing just because of the fucking break. I don't know.
Okay, here's a question. And this is coming from an older demographic. So like, I'm turning 40 this year. I'll say it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I've gone on dates with older, like, I'm not saying older than me, but I mean like closer to my age, women who are closer to my age versus women who are younger by a little too much more.
Like 22?
No, not that young.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, I went on a recent date, which is my age, you know, versus another date who are maybe 5 to 10 years younger. I wonder, because I put myself in the same boat as someone who's also my age, and I want to ask you guys too. The older you get, and then when you go on dates, do you find that you look for faults? Are you looking for things to not like? I feel like I feel like some dates I've been on, they're doing that with me. They're like, you're just having an open conversation maybe about stuff from the past, stuff you had to like learn from, or like experiences that you had to grow from. So this is all stuff that's happened in the past, but it's not who I am anymore or whatever like that. But you say something and they pick up on it like it's a fault of yours. They're like, oh, I can't be with someone like that. I'm like, you know, I'm talking about my past, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm just talking about something that happened to
You
me.
don't want to be with someone like that anyway.
Exactly, right?
What's
That's what I'm
that?
saying. But I'm like, what are you doing right now? It's like, you are my age, single, on a date with me. Are you really doing that right now? Like, are you trying to judge me based on my...
It's like you're
I
married.
might be like an outlier here, but like I think I'm optimistic to a fault, so that's not me. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
mean,
think that's true. I don't think it's.
I
to
know
a
there's
fault.
some women.
Optimism's good. Yeah.
That I
yeah.
There's some women I can have fun with. That's for sure. Well, there's a lot of women, I'm sure. But when it comes to dating, yeah, there's obviously everyone has a specific thing, what they're looking for, right? So let's say in my case, fuck, I'm turning 46 this year. So if I want to date somebody, I'm not throwing the whole no having kids out of the equation. I'm a guy. I could plant seeds for 50 years. No big deal. So if I were, let's say, looking for a girlfriend or someone I want, I'd probably be looking for someone that's 27 to 30, 32, right?
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a number there.
Okay.
Because I think there's some people too at a certain age, they don't want kids either.
Mm-hmm.
Especially women and all that stuff. I don't know, but technology helps. But if I want to casually date or hang out, it don't matter. Well, yeah, it does matter. But if I want to date someone, they gotta, I don't know. I haven't had that many long relationships.
Deji, I don't know if you came in after I was talking about the whole casual dating scene, where some guys and some girls would put on their profile that they're not looking for anything serious.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going with the flow and see what's out there, or whatever. Which, in my opinion, based on what I've seen, that's basically someone who just wants hookups. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, on some level, yeah.
Okay,
Mostly.
So you don't have to say if you do that or not, or if you do know people who have done that or not, does that actually work? Like, how does that go from the app to actually happening? Do you know the process of that?
I think like it would have to happen with both people just being very candid about what they want.
Yeah.
But still.
I can't hear you.
Oh shit! Hold on. Let me just turn this up a bit. Is that a bit better?
It's very faint on my end.
Oh,
it might be
you
your.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I think if they're both just very candid about what their expectations are, but still like are not like very explicit about it in the initial text phase is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, is there still flirting going on? And
yeah, because I think what a lot of people say is like, yeah, I'm not looking for anything
sexting.
casual, but like, just going with the flow, see what happens. That's kind of like how I feel like they communicate that. And I think, yeah, it will translate to like, oh, do you want to meet somewhere or like go out for something, and then they end up going out, right?
okay.
I hope that answers your question.
It's weird though. Sometimes, the simplest things that, you have to see yourself, am I okay with people seeing me with this person? That's also a comfort thing too.
What do you mean?
Yeah, man, I must know a shit ton of people in this fucking city. But if I go out, I'll always run into fucking people I know. And then for me, it's a thing where it's just like, am I cool if people see me with this girl?
Okay. So what is that? Why is that a factor for you?
I don't know. But sometimes it happens.
Do you feel like there's judgment there when they're like,
maybe
this person that you're with, and
maybe,
and that affects your
or sometimes I'll run into a girl I've dated.
Okay.
That happens too. London's not that big, so everybody kind of runs into it. So that happens too. So it's kind of weird. But we'll see what happens on this first post-COVID maskless date. You know what? I'm gonna jump on fucking this dating app again and see what the fuck's going on.
I think you've got nothing to lose but
No.
time. The only thing it'll lose is maybe some attention and time.
Yeah.
But if you have some of it to spare, I think it's worth it. Because if you're not putting yourself out there on a regular basis, how else are you gonna come across?
Yeah.
How else are you gonna put yourself in front of others? You know,
Like-
that's my take. I barely leave my house because most of my work
Do you?
is in front of the computer.
Yeah.
If I'm working, I'm working. Like I don't think like I could like, you know, see clientele when I'm shooting a wedding or a bar mitzvah and be like, hey, maybe I can hit on that person. I can't think that way really. I mean,
You don't want to wreck your rep as the photographer that hits on all the fucking chicks.
Well, you got to be very selective about that. Like, it's not to say that I haven't ever done that. I remember I've done that in the past where I just noticed someone maybe in the industry, also another vendor who I've you know, built a rapport with. I've seen them in multiple events, something like that, or I don't know. It could be, I don't know. Whenever it's a guest, I definitely question and like restrict myself. Because it has to be someone very exceptional for me to think anything outside the box of being professional. But because of that, that's why I'm on apps, because it's like right now, you know, the sports that I play, if I go back to soccer, there's a good venue to maybe meet women that way too, but not through basketball. All my basketball runs are guys, and I haven't been playing basketball in 2 years. Running, I don't join a running club. Snowboarding, I don't know.
You have to play co-ed shit, I guess, right?
It has to be a very
volleyball and co-ed beach volleyball or dodgeball. I hear a lot of people playing dodgeball these days. Big deal with dodgeball.
Like I see the bonus with like going with a group of friends climbing, because you have to have like partner. I get it. Climbing is a good scenario to maybe meet people, but all the activities that I like, it has to be a very specific scenario for me to still like meet. Like snowboarding, let's say, if I'm with a group of people, if that individual is in that group, maybe. But oftentimes, it's even just coming across other people who are at the resort. Somehow I have to luck out and be sitting next to someone on the lift long enough to spark a conversation. But then we have masks on, we have goggles on. It's like you don't know who you're talking to, you know. And it's happened. I remember like a decade ago, or almost a decade ago. I'm on the lift by myself. This girl was on the lift at the same time. I was there on my own that day, and so was she. So we're like, oh, you're just riding on your own today? He's like, yeah, me too. You want to like do some laps? She's like, sure. And that's like a very rare occasion though. Like that's happened like once in 10 years, like for that to actually happen, and for me to also find her attractive. You know what I mean? Like it's other times it happens too, but like some old dude or some old woman or whatever. Like I'm not gonna have the same kind of interaction. I'm saying like ending up on a ski lift like, with some random person.
Yeah.
Usually it's not gonna be someone you just turn around and be like, wow, this person's attractive and by themselves and is willing to spend time with me when I just met them like 20 seconds ago. You know, like anyway.
It's your opportunity.
I remember I was on this train, this Via Rail train ride, and
Via Rail.
Yeah, it was like a 4-seater section. And my seat was right next to this girl. She was like really, really cute. She had like black hair. I think she was wearing like a blue top. And at some point, I passed out. And when I woke up, she also passed out. And she was like laying on my shoulder.
Look how rare that occasion. Yeah.
And I was like,
she can't meet you, man. She can't meet you. You could have fucking put an arm around her. Like, yeah. I've seen movies that start like that.
So what happened?
And then she just like woke up and just like, oh, shit. I just like adjusted it.
You just said
then
sorry.
I didn't say anything.
Never.
We didn't say anything. Yeah, we didn't say anything to each other.
Oh, it's too bad.
This was back when like I didn't know how to talk to girls. Now?
Yeah.
I have confidence now.
I would have been like, oh, you're getting comfortable, huh?
Yeah, you got to be able to talk to the opposite sex whoever you like to, right? Because you get a lot of things, get a lot of questions answered.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that was
I don't know. Like, now that everything's opening up and stuff like that, like, okay, how many times, if you do know, how many times have you met someone that's not actually single on these fucking apps?
You mean
No.
Like
it
cheaters.
says it on their profile or it doesn't?
Oh, it doesn't. Like, I find there's a lot of cheaters on these things too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even just on those ads.
Like, how many times I've had to, you know, like my boys and girls, you know, they're like, they're looking for other people. Like, you fucking hoe. Fucking, you know, like, but does it? Yeah.
Hold on. Yo, you gotta expand on this.
I thought, like, I've seen.
Your friends?
Yeah. I knew one girl that was going to do it anyway, but I thought her boyfriend was a dickhead, so I didn't care. And I wasn't going to, I'm on her side. But my one friend, and this is weird, man, I knew both of them and they ended up dating, but then her profile was on fucking Tinder. So this is like 4 years ago or something like that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? This is like the sexy nurse, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, man. So I take a fucking screenshot of it. And I'm like, yo, Amy, man, like, just so you know.
Oh, you showed it to the guy.
Well, yeah, I'm his friend.
Oh, you're not her friend. I wondered if you like called her out
through
at
another
first.
group of friends, so like we hung out tons, but he's my boy.
Oh, shit.
And then she said her account was hacked. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be true. I don't know.
A lot of times, couples would actually just be on there, just to see if they just still want validation. They just want to see if they can still get attention.
Hmm.
I've heard
that's
that
a danger
too.
zone right there.
Yeah.
That's a danger zone. But I mean, I guess it's the same thing as people who are, what do you call those people?
Swingers?
Open relationship people?
Yeah. Polyamorous?
Oh, I got a good guy. My friend is in an open marriage.
Okay.
Well, he's one of my good friends. Grew up with him, fraternity brother too, and all that stuff. But his wife fucks a lot. He doesn't get that much action. So I'm like, dude,
wait, what?
Oh yeah. Like he's even said to me,
like, he knew this.
Whatever you do, if you ever run into a bar, don't fuck her. I'm like, oh no, man, I'm not gonna do that.
Wait,
but he's like technically, officially okay with that.
Yeah, this has been going on for years. Like, she'll bring home dudes. I'll be hanging out at his place, and then she'll bring home dudes that they met at the bar. And I don't know if they're pregnant, but I don't say like, the fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he's cool with it. Like, I mean, he's. I don't know, man. Like, you gotta have a fucking. Yeah.
Well, if you're polyamorous, you're polyamorous.
Lot,
like, they're not like possessive like that, you know. Some
I guess
aren't.
Not. And he makes all the money too.
Okay.
But I find that with the cheating app,
wait,
right,
what?
Another tool.
Oh man,
he makes all the, this guy's a smart cat, man. Engineer computers, all that kind of shit. But
so does he think maybe he can't get anyone better than her? Is that where his his mind's at?
I don't know, because when I hang out with him, man, he's like, yeah, let's go hang out and we'll get wasted. He doesn't drink that much like anymore.
Does he try and pick up other girls too?
Yeah, he talks to girls. He talks to girls and. But like, he doesn't. I don't see him go that extra line out. I haven't asked him if he's on Tinder or shit like that. I should ask him. Whatever.
That's crazy.
But she won't care, because I know that for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I find that for sure there's got to be. I've met a few girls who are not single on there.
Okay. Question. I mean, pretty sure I know already, but everyone in here is single right now? Are we all single right now? Okay.
Yeah.
And just, I guess, for the sake of example, we are all over 30. Okay. Do we all know what we want?
Yeah.
I know what I want.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the question? Well,
do we all know what we want? Yeah, like, we actually know what we're looking for. Yeah?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what happens when you come across someone who doesn't know what they want? How does that come off to you? Like, what's your response to that?
For me, it's like they're not ready for me. Like, if you don't know what you want, it's not going to work out with me right now.
So is that part of the criteria of what you want? That they got to know what they want?
Like, what does that mean, though? I've always wondered what that. You know what you want? Like, well, yeah. Like,
yeah.
I want to be happy. Like, is that good enough answer? Like,
well, no. Some people say like, oh, like, I want to be in a loving relationship. Okay, that's kind of there, but you can be a lot more specific about like, do you want someone who's emotionally mature, someone who's experienced, someone who's well traveled, someone who's already been through some shit, or someone who's like understands like self development and personal growth and like therapy and like that level versus someone who's because yes, in my age. If I'm gonna be dating older women who may meet all like that the more mature criteria, like what I'm finding is like either one they have kids, which is not bad either, but sometimes I see have kids and don't want any more. And when I see when I read that, it's like I don't know, it is like a womp a little bit, like it brings them down a little bit because it's like I still want to have my own kids, but is it a necessary mandatory thing for me? No. But when I read that, it's like, okay, well, they're closed off to that idea now. Like,
you don't want that option taken away already.
Right. Yeah. Right? And it's not even too that they don't have kids and they don't want any. They already have kids and they don't want any. So then it's also that, like, this in my head, I know it's probably coming from immaturity too, but, like, I feel like there's this competition now with these existing kids. That's my own issue, but yeah.
Like, when I hear that thing, do you know what you want? I'm never really great at answering that fucking question. Like, I don't know what I want.
So you don't know.
I know when you know what I mean? It's just like, if I were to sit here and go, well, I want someone that's young enough to have kids, but not old enough, like, and is educated. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I always get caught with that fucking
Here's one.
question.
Do you want someone who's independent?
Like, have a job?
Yeah.
Like, what's independent?
Who can take care of themselves.
Like, I know a lot of independent girls that love to play guys. So, like, it's, I don't know. Like,
what do you mean? What do you mean play guys?
Well, they got, like, they got the power. That's super independent. That no one will, they'll bow to no man. They're that kind of independent, Like,
they're independent, but they still rely on someone else for, like, financial support. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, they just won't. See, that's the tricky thing. Like, let's put it this way. If I were to come up with a cool answer, like, what are you looking for, man? I'm looking for someone that I can fucking cuddle with right now. As gay as that sounds, man. It's been a long time.
No.
But, like,
that's a fair answer, but that is not, is not a characteristic that is, like, unique to someone. That can be filled by anyone. That's the point. So when it can be when the criteria that you're coming up with for what you're looking for can be met by anyone, that's not what I'm talking about here. That's not the example that I'm.
So we're talking about that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what does that mean? Because I don't know how to answer. Like, someone who's dynamite in bed, like, someone who's filthy rich, someone who is, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, what's
like actual characteristics, man? Like,
give me an example.
Someone who's emotionally mature, someone who's empathetic. How about that? Empathetic. And if people who don't even know what empathy is, they likely aren't. But, like, or someone who is even a feminist, like a modern feminist, like who fights for feminism, like equal rights, versus someone who might be.
I can date anybody as long as I can get along. So I don't know.
So
I don't know exactly. Like, there's been times where I've dated girls where I didn't think I would date them, and there's been girls that, there's girls that have dated me that wouldn't date me because I don't know. So it's weird. I don't know.
But hey, Tom, this isn't supposed to be an insult by any means. But
no,
you didn't wife them for a reason, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah, so it could have been a great experience. It could have still been a part of, like, your growth and learning and, like, getting to know people and figuring out what you want. But it turns out you didn't want them because they're not with you right now. That's what I'm my next relationship, I want to be my last. Like, I am,
really?
like, like, I don't need to try things anymore and experience. I don't feel like.
Question for you. And I always tell my gal pals, don't ask a dude that fucking question. Like, can you see yourself getting married? Like, what the fuck? You just fucking met the person.
Oh.
You can't see yourself getting married. You're not someone I want to be with. Like,
I mean, I want
no,
to get
expand.
Like, I
Chris-
guess.
I'm gonna
I
ask
don't know,
that
like,
question,
you could be
and if
together
you're
with
not,
people,
if that's not in your
but isn't
future,
that just
then
a thing?
goodbye.
You could be
Like,
together and not be married, right? Isn't that true now? Like, there's people
hold
that
on.
are.
Hold on. Let's give. I want to give Krista some dedicated time to answer that. And Ryan, I'll get back to your comment after. Go ahead.
yeah, I mean, like, I feel like it's a fair question to ask, and I'm not asking a man like, "Are you gonna marry me?" But like, do you see marriage in your future? Do
Oh,
you
that's what I
want to
meant.
get married?
That's what I meant. Can you see us getting married? A lot of women ask that.
No, women wouldn't say on a
No.
first date. No, women would never
No,
ask
not in
that.
the first date. Like, I'm talking even a week, a month. You know, like, I don't know what the time frame is, but I find it sometimes it's a lot.
Women will ask like
Yeah.
you, like that's crazy.
Oh, I've been in the
That is
conversation
a
like,
little
can you see us,
crazy.
you know,
Are you
various
sure
and
you're not
dating?
like misinterpreting what they're saying?
I don't
Because,
think I don't think
I
it's
feel
meant
like
to be
women
taken
just
that
want
way.
to know, like, do you see yourself getting there with someone at some
Yeah.
point, right?
I
Like,
think
'cause
the
some
question
people
is,
don't want to be married.
are you someone who's down for lifelong commitment? That's the
Right.
question. It's not with this person individually. Like, are you down to commit your life with one woman for the rest of your life at some point? I think that's the
Well,
question.
that doesn't
isn't it?
have to mean marriage, though.
Well,
And that's
you
where I would
generalize
be
it with
like,
marriage.
you're not for me. Like, and I feel
Yeah,
like
okay.
it's a fair
So you
question.
like that you would be like, you want the ring, you want the wedding, which is fair, right? And if someone doesn't want to
Yeah,
give
no,
that to
like
you,
I don't,
yeah.
I'm not like super specific. Like, I don't care about the ring, and it doesn't need to be X amount of dollars. Like, I don't care if it's a fucking diamond. I don't care if we just have a ceremony at the city hall. Like, I'm not looking for a lot, but yeah, I want to be married.
Okay, yeah,
The
no, that's fair, 'cause I
declaration
know-
of like, yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
'Cause,
All right,
like,
so conspicuous Ryan here on chat asks, but does knowing what you want put up a wall and close you off from the majority of potential matches? Is that what happens?
And that's okay.
Is that what happens when women say there's no good guys left in the city? So you're saying, conspicuous Ryan, that the list, the requirements is so tight that when it's not met, they just automatically will not give potential potential success with someone. Like, okay, I know what I want, right? I say I know what I want. Am I gonna can I actually list that in like a formal letter? Probably not, but I can articulate a lot of ideas. But does that mean that if I meet someone and I click with them, that I'm not willing to to discover who this person is or grow with them? Like, I think the chemistry part is big in the beginning. Like, I can't click with everybody so easily. So when it happens, I put significance there, and I focus on that person, and I see where it goes in that sense. But in my head, I still know what I want. Like, I still know what I'm working towards. I still know, yeah, again, like the lifelong commitment thing, or, you know, someone who's not gonna like expect me to shower them with wealth and status and gifts all the time. Someone who doesn't expect me to bring them on like international trips like every quarter of the year, you know, or you know, like there's like these expectations that some women have. And I don't want to be pretentious and say that I could fulfill that, because I mean, I don't want to. I don't even want to try to fulfill someone who's like that. I think I showed you that on OkCupid. Krista, I showed you the one she was all about material wealth and like status, and she like reiterated it. And it's not like she was unintelligent. She wrote long messages. She was very articulate about what she was believing in, but I was just like, nah, that's not for me. Like, I don't want this person who expects, you know, the finer things in life to be provided to them on a regular basis, because with that, she's willing to give back in other ways. I'm like, oh, shit, whatever.
Oh man, don't they call those like someone looking for a sugar daddy or something?
Yeah, exactly. That's
I mean, you got to perform for something. Nothing's for free.
What's the opposite? Yeah, is it a sugar baby? No.
Sugar mama, sugar daddy.
Mama and sugar daddy are the people who provide. But what's the person who consumes? Are they all sugar babies?
The gluttonous one? I don't know.
Diabetics? Yeah,
A couple
diabetics.
weeks ago, I had someone offer me $1,200 a week to be their companion. $1,200
No,
a
man.
week.
So,
Where did you meet this person?
I mean, like,
what'd you have to do?
Cash,
What was
free
included?
cash?
What?
Cash?
What was included? Did they
I don't know.
specify?
I didn't
Just have to like
respond.
have
'cause,
dinner
like,
with them?
I don't know, but like,
Was this on a dating app? Or like,
I'm assuming.
yeah, we met on a dating app and ended
Okay.
up like following each other on Instagram, but I didn't know like this was what he was looking for. Anyways, it was like
Oh, you talked to him on
a
Instagram?
year, like
Oh,
2
following,
years
following.
later, like, cause I don't know, I guess maybe he found someone else who was fulfilling his needs. But now
That's it.
he, yeah,
wow, that sounds scary.
You just
though,
gotta
man,
go be like,
because
whatever
sounds-
she's giving you, I'll beat it.
I'll double it.
that sounds like so
Yeah.
creepy too. At the same time,
No, okay.
Yeah.
I know that there
It
are
was
men
very-
out there who are very wealthy, who are very lonely, and who don't actually need much. Or maybe they're but there are who do. There are who are like willing to pay for basically like escort maybe kind of treatment. But I know
Yeah.
that there are men and probably women out there who are just looking for someone to spend time with.
Yeah,
And I
I
want-
I
yeah.
actually know people who have, you know, kind of gone through that, like female friends.
If
And
they've consumed.
yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like it paid for their school, and all they had to do was
Oh,
go for
shit.
dinner. Like,
well, I don't see anything
Oh,
wrong
what?
with that. That didn't cross the line.
No,
Wow,
that's
crazy.
I read that somewhere, and we had this conversation
The
where
school?
U of T,
Yeah.
University of Toronto, and York University have the highest population of female students who have their educations paid for just by going out on dates with like men. Like,
See, that's cool.
Wow.
I
Yo,
wish.
Yeah.
See, where's the
somebody
equal
needs to
rights,
do
man?
a
Where's all
doc
those
on that.
I
women?
wish I could do that. I just can't.
Yo, I gotta
Like-
write this down.
No,
wait, for
I'm
what?
looking for a woman to just be friends with, and
No, I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay for that. I would not pay for that.
Where did you
I
see
would
Some
hope
this?
people are willing to
not.
pay. I know some people are willing
said-
to pay.
You said York University and U of T?
York U and U of T.
X.
There should be an app for that. It probably is. There's it's not called
No,
sugar daddies.
it's actually for research purposes. Sorry, go ahead.
Interesting.
You know, when something like that is just
Sure.
straight on the table, there's absolutely no,
Our sugar
confusion or
daddy
all
apps.
that.
Mm.
That's
All right.
that's fair.
8 best sugar daddy apps: Seeking Arrangement, Elite Singles, Secret Benefits, Elite Meet Beautiful, SugarDaddy.com, Cougar Life, What's Your Price, and Sugar
What's
your
Daddy.
What's your
God.
price?
$1 million. Damn.
I'll pull this up, guys, so you can see
Oh
Wow.
my god.
screens. Here we go. All right, there, guys. There's free trials too. Top dating apps for sugar daddies.
What about the sugar mamas?
You would have to go on
I'm
the
sure
same app
it's
as the
it's
sugar
similar.
daddies.
Oh, is it they have it's gender equal? That app?
Some of these, the ones who don't say daddies. But
Man, they'd have to be really charming, man.
but
I
there's
don't know
the
what-
other there's other apps now too where it's like wealth, like the focus is like the same wealth or like high people with a lot of money. Like, wasn't that called something?
I don't know.
Okay,
It's so
call
interesting.
this chauvinistic and sexist, but I see a lot more fucking young chicks playing the old ugly dudes than the reverse. Am I wrong in that? Like,
What?
I see that all the time. Like the sugar daddies. I see a lot more of the sugar daddies than sugar mamas.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but is that's
Ultimately,
that's
still want a
surprising.
woman who can
Yeah.
carry their
like,
child.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that game it's meant to be the woman's game because, like, well, example. Let's say I hook up with a sugar mama or one, and I don't even find her attractive, but like I have to do it. Like, it won't even move
Right.
without help. You know what I mean?
No, I know
Or
what you're
the
saying in
guy-
that. Yeah, yeah.
The guy, I'm sure he'll get it up because, well, she's fucking hot and blah blah blah. And I don't know what they do, but it happens a lot. So like
Yeah,
it's so weird. But
I take it that a sugar daddy relationship, yeah, there's still probably like physical, sexual
I would
intimacy,
think
but in a
so.
sugar mama relationship, probably not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the opposite.
It's probably
Yeah.
more just like gifts and time spent, and like
And
I
men
could
aren't
do that
attracted
then.
to money.
I could do it.
Right.
men are attracted to money.
Yeah, men want
Men
to be
aren't
the
men
provider.
aren't
So
attracted to money.
Yeah,
they'd
exactly.
they'd rather be the control, like
Exactly.
generally alpha,
Like that
whatever.
would probably like put them
That's
off even
nature.
more. Like you find
Yeah.
like men that are in relationships with women that make more money than them. That's like by our nature, just like weird. It's like a weird turnoff.
Yeah.
Gold
Yeah.
digger. That's the term too, right? The gold diggers. Is that
Yeah.
what they're called? The girls, gold diggers.
Mm-hmm.
Gold diggers.
There was this. I think she was U of T, or was she York? On OkCupid, straight up on her profile is like, I'm looking for someone who can provide for me financially, and in exchange, I could provide my time and companionship.
Is that
Like,
legal?
it's
That's
like-
legal.
And they're like, school's really expensive. And
Wow.
straight up, just straight up like that. And
Go for it.
I mean, and
Well,
it works.
yeah.
And
That's so
guys are
interesting.
like, all right, I'll do it.
Really?
Take my money.
I
And
mean,
it's
she's
like-
got to play the part too. Like, I'm sure she's got to be attractive and all that kind of stuff too.
and
but
she was.
it's true. Yeah, it's true. Because I think you ever
So-
watch Dave Chappelle? He goes, if men could pick up women in a cardboard box, they would. But it doesn't work that way. We buy nice cars because women like nice cars. We have big houses because women like big houses. Like it's all always directed at, we do this because women like it.
Okay. I want to get back to that, but I'm just gonna give the example where I matched with that girl who
You did,
because
eh?
I liked her, and she saw probably that I was older, and that I sent her a like, so she liked me back. We're talking. I made a comment because she said she liked basketball or whatever, and then she's like, "So, are you interested in going out and having a mutually beneficial relationship?" And at the time, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what mutually
That's
beneficial
so
relationship
interesting.
was,
Like
because I'm like,
hopefully every relationship.
because then I'm
like
It's
thinking
such a gray area.
I'm thinking mutual is like, all right, it's reciprocal. Nah. So it's just you pay for her time and for her companionship. So I'm like, so what's a mutually
Interesting.
Man, that's
beneficial
an escort.
relationship? And she's like, well, basically we'll go you can come out, we'll go out on a date, and for our first date, you can pay $400 just for us to go on a date. And I'm
Isn't
like,
that an escort?
no, well, yes, technically, yes, but there is no expectation of, let's say, any physical intimacy or any kind of sexual exchange. It's just to take her out on a date. And I'm like,
she
oh,
laid this all out for you.
this is in a message. I don't
Wow.
think I have
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
chat
that sounds like
anymore.
an escort because they always say like do that, but then you have to pay extra.
$400 for the date, dude. Like, they're not gonna be pushing
400 for the
400.
date, but what
They're
happens
not gonna.
if you wanted to sleep over and shit? I don't know.
Well, sure. Well, I don't know. Anyway, so
You know,
I'm
the
like,
girlfriend
I don't
experience.
think I can afford you or whatever. The girlfriend.
Uh,
So anyway, so that was that example. But okay, back to yours saying where you say
Wow.
men buy expensive cars and nice cars and big houses because women like. Okay. And I know where the sentiment of that statement comes from. So
Sorry to cut you off. What did you say after she said the 400?
I said
yeah.
what did I said? I'm sorry, I don't think I can afford you.
You take layaway.
But if I think I did. I made some joke or something like.
Can we make it like a payment plan?
Oh,
And
my
I think she's
God.
like,
I'll pay half now and then half later.
it's like, oh, I think she said she made some joke about like, okay, like I'm pretty. I think maybe it was for a number, and she's like, yeah, okay, well you can have my number for like $100 or something. And I'm like, oh yeah, like actually, yeah, I charge
This girl
200
is
for my
using-
number,
she's
so
playing
like,
the
so like if you'd like, we can
What?
exchange, and
There's
you can.
Oh wow. There's probably how many people that paid her $100 just for a number that it's not even a
Shit.
first name. It's one of her lines. She probably has how many
Start
burners?
dreaming.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
So, back to the whole women like nice things. I know there's women out there who are less focused on the wealth aspect now, who are like self-made. They enjoy like equal reciprocation, equal splitting of everything, 50-50. They like that. You know, they like feeling that everything is equal. The modern kind of feminist woman. Having said that, though, is there still a level of appreciation for the nice car and the nice house, or the women who do say, I don't care what you drive, I don't care what house you live in, like, you know, maybe the bare minimum is as long as you're debt free and you got your shit together, and like, you know, you're not gonna put me in debt or whatever. But like, is there still, like, I don't know, Krista, I guess because you're here, I have to ask.
I mean, like, if I'm like deciding between someone who I have like a really great connection with, who doesn't make that much money and, you know, doesn't have all the nice things, and someone who, like, you know, I have an okay connection with and is really wealthy, I'm gonna pick that person who I have that great connection with, like,
Okay.
100%. But like, yeah, obviously, money makes things a little more comfortable, right? Like, you know,
Yeah, a little less things to worry about when you have a lot of
yeah.
money.
If everything else is there, like, that's not the first thing that I'm looking for.
Okay.
Not even close to one of the first things I'm looking for.
So yeah,
like,
in response to
you're
that,
saying
Tom, not the gold, not, I wouldn't say even necessarily the gold digger, but someone who has gifts higher on their love language list than others. You know, everyone here knows love languages,
it's
right?
interesting, right? It's just like if you ask a guy, let's say you're on these apps and you're talking to two girls, they're pretty hot, but then, you know, let's say one's got bigger boobs. Which one do you pick? Most guys are probably picking the girl with the bigger boobs. You know, like,
if they're both hot, I don't know. It would
exactly. You know
it's
what I mean?
that
Like,
connection
it's just,
too. You know, like,
yeah. But I mean, if you connect, you got to pick one.
yeah. But are you connecting with both on the same level? You pick the one.
You
like,
can you not connect with a couple people on these lines? I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure you could connect,
Like,
but
you're always
the
gonna
one
connect with,
one
like,
stands
someone
out.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one stands out. Like, generally, if you even are lucky enough to have a choice, like,
Yeah.
okay, so
So I always say this freely. I think women have more choices than men. Women have choices. Men, not so much sometimes.
Yeah, the dating app
But
experience is
Yeah, the
completely
dating app,
different
yeah.
for
Like, women get
women.
bombarded with so much shit. It's fucking crazy how you guys even put up with some of this shit.
like, that hasn't changed. Like, that has
Yeah.
been the same in the dating app process. Is like,
that's just volume, though. That's not quality.
Oh well, yeah, I know.
That's the game.
Mhm.
Quality.
no,
Yeah.
you know, you're
Yeah.
right. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that it's been adopted that a lot of men still think it's okay to just right swipe everyone and then work with the matches later. I don't
Wow.
like.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't do
get
that.
it.
I don't do that. But a lot of men just do that because it's easier. It's just easier to do that, and then you work with the matches after. Like, you don't
Huh.
even have to, like. I don't promote this behavior, guys, but I know a lot of people do it. But I don't like it. I don't like
Funny.
it because it fucks it up for all the other guys who do actually don't do that. I think because you end up filling all these inboxes with matches on these women. So every time a woman right swipes, it's a match, right? Like, and they have to filter through hundreds, maybe thousands of matches just to, like, connect with someone. Whereas
She
a
doesn't
guy,
know what she wants either.
a guy is swiping 100 to 1,000. No, it's not that it doesn't know what she wants. It's all luck of the draw of who you see next. It's all on who you see next, right? It's like this queue system. The guys who pay will put you up higher on the queue. But
Yeah.
it's like, how can a woman, like, just a decent, normal, decent woman, go through 100 to 1,000 men who have liked her in a day, let's say, or even like in a 10-minute, 20-minute session that she's on the app, and actually put in the time to equally evaluate 100 to 1,000 men and to see which one's the best one.
So
You
the
can't.
women always get to see the ones that like them. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, it's either.
Depends
Like,
on the
depends
app.
on the app. Depends on the app.
Okay.
Bumble, women have to message first, but you can match. But Tinder, like, yeah,
But you're not
like,
gonna see who likes you unless you're swiping.
or unless you pay. You can pay too
Oh,
to see
right.
who likes you. Yeah.
See, you need money.
So Sharon's okay, and that's okay. Before I go into Sharon's comment, These apps have gone up in price so much in the last 5 to 8 years because they know it's working, because they know people are paying. Like this hookup culture, people are paying for it and it's working for them. So that's sad
I
to
like
me.
constantly am like left swiping, and sometimes I'm like, oh shit, that could have been like my future husband. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, you try to like, you
Go
know,
back,
undo,
but you gotta
and they're
pay.
like, you have to
Revert or,
pay. I'm like,
or what do you call
do I,
that?
do I pay?
Yeah, I was like that when I started. I don't do that anymore. It's like, yeah, it wasn't meant to be. Next.
Dating's tough, man. I get it. I think, you know, like, I'll just speak about myself real quickly here on this one, but there's been times where just so you say, like, I've had girls who are just like a friends with benefits, and then I like them after, and then now they don't want to date me. I'm like,
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that up.
Can I? Okay. I gotta ask. Now, okay. Anyway, you said friends with benefits, Tom. I'm gonna come back to that. Sharon first said, "How do you cope with crazy people on dating sites? Do you ghost? Give them a chance, or tell them they're crazy? Oh, do you ghost? Give them a chance, or tell them they're crazy? Crazy people on dating sites. Like, just as a quick response, like, how do you know they're crazy if you're just looking at the bio right up the front? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you can tell by photos if you can tell by the way they take their photos if they're in like the same kind of vibe as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I can just be like, this person might be very attractive, but just the way they come off on their photos or what they wrote in their bio is like not for me, you know?
Yeah.
So you can kind of tell. Generally, I wouldn't. If you know they're crazy, you're not gonna spend the time to.
Yeah, and I know, like, if I start talking to someone and feel like, no, this is not it, I'm not gonna waste time.
And Mike says,
maybe I'll ghost them. Maybe I'll say, see you later. Like,
no, but how are you even
Over.
ghosting them if you hadn't even like matched with them yet? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
does that count as ghosting?
right? Like, no, I'm talking like if you start chatting and you're like,
You find out they're crazy. Yeah.
Then I might ghost.
Mike says, simple, ditch the apps if they're not working. Yeah, that's like,
Mike,
that's
where do you meet people?
yeah. It's easy to say that
house
when
parties.
yeah, but who's
parties.
having those?
Man,
having
I'm
those?
there. I'm always at people's houses.
And has that been working for you in the last 2 years?
Yeah. It has. Nothing meaningful, but I mean, I've got my rocks off.
All right, so now nothing meaningful. Back to friends with benefits. Okay, so so that was a friends first, and then all of a sudden you established that there's physical attraction between you two. So is it actually then like discussed that, okay, you're not really what I'm looking for in a relationship, but I'd be willing to sleep with you. Do you concur? Is that like a conversation that you have? Like, what's up? How does that even?
You don't talk about it.
So you're friends, and you know that you've not expressed anything more than friendship, but there's a physical chemistry that happens, and then you just go with it. That's what friends with benefits is. It's not like that movie with Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis.
Yeah. Like,
okay,
know,
but
friends with benefits.
But it's
always ends up liking the other, right?
But it
I think
repeats.
that's the case.
Does it repeat? It's not a one-time thing.
Yeah, no, I've had friends with benefits like, hey, what are you doing? I'm out at the bar and didn't find anything to do.
Okay, so I see that I see a booty call.
Booty call.
But are they actually your friends though? Do you actually hang out and do things as friends do? No, right?
Yeah, some of them have been my clients.
Okay. I mean,
and I'm still friends with them now.
The client isn't necessarily a friend though. Like what I mean,
I
hang
like out with them. I hang out with a lot of these people. See, that's the great thing. I'm friends with a lot of girls that I've dated with. Yeah, but I don't know, it's their personality, I guess. But there's only one girl that I know to maybe in the past little while that I know will never talk to me. For reasons I won't discuss today. But
did you? What do you say?
Other than that, I meet.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I run into a lot of my fucking former flings all the time.
One sec.
I think I get what you were getting at, like specifically with that, like friends with benefits, because I think we could Sometimes we confuse like a booty call or whatever, or like someone you have like
Yeah,
that
a booty call is
relationship
one of
with
those girls you don't hang
versus
out
a
with.
friend.
A booty call
Yeah.
is not a friend. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
they're
a
not
booty call's not a
friends.
friend, but the friends with benefits, those are two different things.
Yeah,
So does
sure.
that actually exist though? Like when you have a friends with benefits, do you hang out with other friends and that friend?
Yeah, like I was talking to 3 of them today. See, and I
That's
haven't slept with
interesting.
these
I don't
girls
think
in
I've
like
had that.
2 years. One girl, yeah, it's been about 2 years for one. One was like 3 years ago. So, but we were a regular thing for a couple of months.
So like you
know,
had the
not-
same circle of friends, you guys hung out as a group.
Yeah, or just again, London's not that big, right? So kind of everybody's in the same place, right?
Okay.
So
So then it
Uh,
happens once. You
yeah.
are friends first, and then the physical thing happens. So
no,
what?
usually it's the physical thing first and become friends after.
Then that's not friends with benefits because the benefit was first.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's your interpretation, I guess,
but
right?
if it repeats, but this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to figure out. When you
See, the
use the term
friends-
friends with benefits, I take
Yeah,
that
that's-
as
okay.
a friend that you have benefits with. Like that's what
Yeah,
the
see, but
title is.
that's the thing, though, right? Because if you're friends with someone, man, it's hard to get out of the friend zone, isn't it?
Okay, so
So you don't
is
want-
it even possible? Is friends with benefits actually a thing? Because a booty call is
I'm
not a
still
friends with
these
benefits.
people now, like so, yeah, like they were because we were hanging out and stuff. But I guess you can call it a friends with benefits, friends that fuck, I don't know, something.
No,
But,
but what I'm trying to say is you say you're still friends with them now, but you don't hang
Yeah.
out with them. You don't hang out with them.
Not every day.
Okay.
Well,
I run into them, like I'll hang out with them. Like one of them I hung out with 2 months ago. One of them I hung out with, like 4
okay,
months
so
ago.
I don't, in my
Like, same
opinion,
circle,
this
some
is-
of them on the same circle
this
of
is
friends.
just my
One of them I hang
opinion.
out all the time.
that's
Oh,
not
yeah,
a
my
friend.
friend-
That's not a friend. That's
Do you
someone
have,
maybe that you have a relationship with, like that's a acquaintance or maybe like you're friendly with. But it's not like someone you're gonna be like if you have problems, you're gonna call this person up and be like,
Wow,
"Yo,
I mean, I'm not. Let's not make it too technical.
no."
But
But
they're
this
definitely
is
not my
No,
enemies.
okay.
this is exactly
have,
what I'm asking though. I'm
they're not my
asking for
enemies.
specifically the difference
Tom-
between a booty call
Yeah.
and a friends with benefits. There's difference.
Yeah, booty calls are totally different. Booty
This is
calls
what it
are-
sounds like, but it seems like all these people are booty calls.
Tom, do you
No.
have
And
do
they
you have,
trusted me
like,
with their financial stuff, so like they can't be like they couldn't think of it, and they've referred me to other clients. Like I mean, I left a good impression.
Tom,
You
do you
know,
have
like,
like girl like women friends like just that are you're really close with that are just like platonic friends?
Yeah, Yep.
Okay. So would
Like-
you say your relationship with them is on the same level as those you would call the friends with benefits, or a bit deeper?
a couple of them, yeah. Like I could name, I won't say names, but the one girl, we had a thing just very
Give her
briefly.
full name and
like,
her
we
phone
hang
number,
out-
please.
Yeah, we hang out all the time. Like I go to her house, hang out, and we go to our other friend's house, go to the cottage together, all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so this
You
is
know
the
what?
platonic friend. This is the
No, this is the friend's friend. This is the friend with the benefit. But then
Oh.
her friend, I'm totally platonic with, right? Like, and we hang out, and can I see myself doing it? Maybe. Have I thought about it? Sure. Have I thought about it? Yeah. But I won't go that route, right? It's very. She's better off a friend because maybe she'll go. Maybe because I think she might go crazy. I don't know.
Hmm.
But I have.
So do you,
like,
because okay, question, man. So since you've already had the physical exchange with her, does it
Mhm.
affect your like your process with her, procedure with her? Like, do you not want to bring it any further? Are you holding feelings back? Let's say if you had feelings, or if you were catching feelings, are you purposefully holding them back?
No, not really, because we talk about each other's hookups since, like we're that kind of buddies. We talk about, like, she's banged a few guys from my fucking jiu-jitsu club, and they always ask, like, oh, you're friends with Thomas? Like, yeah, that's my boy. And they're like, hey, what's with the story with Lisha? And I won't tell them what I know of her because I'm her friend. Like,
Well,
that's how bad we
yeah,
are.
yeah.
I'm on her side. Like,
I
we
would
hang
call
out, we
that,
talk
yeah,
all
that would
Yeah.
be a friends with benefits.
It was a friends with benefits,
but then it stops, I guess.
Now she's like, we have a nickname for each other. She's my bunkie because every time we go to the cottage, me, her, and another person, we always stay in the bunkies. For the last 3 years now. So
but
we're tight.
no more benefits.
No more benefits.
Just friends now. Okay.
No friends. Just friends. Friends. So there really, really is no term as a friends with benefits. That's just a loose, lackey term that you could get along with somebody and still bang them, I guess.
No, I bet that exists. Like,
I
it's
think
probably
it
rare.
exists. I think
It's
it
probably
exists.
really rare, but I think it probably exists.
But it's a specific
Probably,
scenario, I think.
Yeah.
Conspicuous Ryan says, I'd like to meet someone sharing a common interest, like while climbing at the gym. I made the mistake of dating someone totally opposite of me, thinking they were supposed to complement my personality, but I found I compromised way too much. Any feedback on that, guys? Yeah,
Yep.
totally. I agree.
Yeah.
Like,
Opposites do not attract. Fuck that.
They can.
Oh,
up
they
to a
do.
certain
They
point.
do.
No,
Up to a
they
certain
do,
point.
but like, yeah.
but they don't last.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
They
it's
don't
the
last.
mutual.
That's why you got to get over that hump
Yeah.
quick. There's so many things right now that trigger people. That like if you want to talk like the vaccination, there you go. But 2 years ago, that never been a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I mean, all of a sudden now, I'm the worst person, or you can't date. Where 2 years ago is not a big deal, right?
I think the opposite thing is cool to like expose you to new things and get you out of your comfort zone. I think those are all healthy experiences to expand your breadth a little bit with like just life experiences. Those are good to have, and I think don't close yourself off to something like that. But yeah, I think don't rely on that alone to like hold a relationship together. Like it's the shared stuff that you'll hold, like that will keep the foundation. Like the shared stuff. The differences are gonna keep things interesting and kind of like exciting, but yeah, you can't build a foundation on the differences. I think like the long lasting stuff has to be stuff.
No,
you agree
exactly.
on,
Like
values
just like
and
you
stuff.
said, right? For sure. Like I mean, if my whole thing is if you're meeting someone and you're both laughing and you know the conversation are dead, you're in a good spot regardless of anything else at the point. But isn't it true sometimes when people are always looking for the same thing they're comfortable with, they always get disappointed too by that same fucking thing? Like I know friends like that. You keep dating the same fucking type of guys, or you know, I was like, change it up. Like that's like some girls like the jock looking guys, or the I don't know, fucking guys are the. But sometimes people have that routine and they always get burned by that routine, right? Everyone's got friends like that, right? I know, because girls like the bad
that's
boys.
Thing too. and I do agree, man, to a certain extent, like this allure of the bad boy. Like you can just see it even in like TV shows when like the main character is a bad character, but is like fangirled on like crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like they like Eminem. I guess like even Eminem was like regarded as like this sex symbol at some point too.
Like what was that movie?
And he marketed himself as trailer trash, which is crazy. But like anyway, so yeah, it's if you're not rich and powerful and like wealthy status, like the Tindler swindler, what he was going for on.
Good for him. I haven't seen it, but it sounds interesting.
It's a little funny, but at the same time, it's stupid. But anyway, if you're not that, then you could be like a badass, like as in like a bad, troubled, like thug. As long as you're attractive, you could be that, and then I think maybe is it like a savior? What's the word?
Yeah.
A savior complex. Is that what it is? Like women like that?
I feel like
yeah, they're like, I can change him.
There.
I can change him.
I can help him.
Yeah.
And like
that's what you meant. Okay.
Yeah, the savior complex. Like they're like, I can tame this wild horse.
Women who haven't dealt with their daddy issues, like, yeah.
Oh,
is that the same thing? That when the term complex is like when, this is just an example, like a girl who's dating like a cheater, but he's always been a cheater his whole life and thinks that he'll change for him. Is that like is that the same thing as a savior complex? I'm sure I can make him change.
Cheater? I mean, I don't know about that.
That's more like a trophy thing. Like it's like. That's a competitiveness with all like I'm the special one because
I conquered the cheater.
Conquered the cheater. It's not for the sake of the guy. It's more like it's an uplifting thing of validation. Like I was the one that tamed that, you know.
Tamed the wild beast.
Yeah. I think guys have that savior complex too, but it's not in the same sense. It's more like the damsel in distress. It's not the bad boy that you want to make a good. It's the damsel in distress. Like you want to be there to take care of this helpless, like.
There's a lot of movies that start like that.
Yeah, man.
Lady in distress. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need your tire fixed? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. But
I don't know what kind of movies you're talking about now. But...
Yeah.
But there's that. Yeah, that's right. There's that role. Like sometimes women like to get saved from a hero, and then it's all kinds of stuff.
I wonder sometimes because Neo, Miss Independent, like that song. I don't know if you guys remember Miss Independent from Neo. Yeah, it's like
do guys like that?
I
don't know.
I want to believe, like I do, like I
don't think
I feel like I do.
You know what?
But it's because it's because women. Sorry. Okay, I that used to be my anthem. Like that's what I'm looking. Like I used to have that. It's still on my Tinder as like my choice of song, and the Spotify in the bottom is like. Because that's who I'm looking for. But those women, I think, look for something else. It's not like, maybe I'm just not up to the stature of what those women are looking for.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you earlier about, like, how independent do you want a woman to be?
See, but like, if we're equal, let's just look at equal, like, income or, like, wealth status. I feel like a woman... it's because it's green, Warren. So if it's equal wealth status, sure, the guy that's his Miss Independent. But I feel like still a woman, even if she's independent, almost needs the guy to be levels up, even if she's already independent. Is that a thing? Is that not true? Not all women, but I feel like a CEO woman, maybe, I don't know. Is a CEO woman willing to be like, I don't know, with someone who's lower than her status? Not even wealth, but like status.
Oh, we're talking about people that are like changing. What does he call that? I'm dropping my standards. And
power dynamics and stuff. Well, yeah, it's the standards thing.
I feel like it's more like.
I heard this phrase: if a woman has to drop her standards to meet those guys, you're already in that standard.
What do you mean drop standards?
What's the standard though? Like. I don't know. I feel like it's more on the male end where they are uncomfortable if a woman makes more than them.
Man, I'd love that.
Hell no.
I'd fucking love that.
No way.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yo, if a woman made like 10 times more than I did, great. Like I would be like,
really?
Yep.
Wonderful. Yeah.
For sure.
If they don't need, I want to be wanted, not needed. You know what I'm saying? That's me though. But I don't know. I know that's not everyone. And but I know that there's a lot of men, or even not even just men. A lot of women just want to be wanted to, not needed. But I think that's it's one of the questions on OkCupid too. Is like, do you want your partner to be wealthier than you, equal, or less? Or like, if your partner made more than you, how would that make you feel? And I'd be like, great. I'd be like, awesome. So then
if they made more than me now, I won't have to worry as much.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm money
with
too,
that.
but then
I would love that.
She makes more than me. Hell, fuck. All right, cool.
Vouch what KP said. What do you see? What do you mean? Where?
How would you feel if she started like, if you guys had arguments, if she started using that to like,
how
throw jabs at you and shit?
But how? Oh, it's like I'm.
Like,
how can you? I make more than you.
Sleeping all day on the couch that I paid for and shit.
It's okay. I'd be like, hey man,
you spent your money on beer.
Yeah, no, but I would not. I would not find myself in a conversation like that. I don't think I could find myself in a conversation like that. You know
Fair
what I mean?
enough.
I wouldn't ever be in that situation where it's about me being lazy or not pushing my shit and not make. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. I know how, you know what I mean? Like, there's a certain level of, like, confidence in yourself of, like, what you bring to the table where it might not even be wealth. Yeah. But, like,
exactly.
I wouldn't consider myself arrogant, but I'm confident. Like, I am proud of who I am now. So it's different from when I was younger, when I was closer to debt or when I was close to, like, not having a lot of money. That was different. Like, there's a different mindset when you can't, like, when it affects
I've
your
been there.
plans. When it affects your plans, yeah, man. When I was in university or post-university, so I was still in debt, paying off OSAP and paying off a car. There's no way I was like thinking, oh yeah, I can pay for both of us to go on a trip together. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't thinking that way. But now I have the expendable income to be able to do that if I really wanted to, like to be able to offer
maybe you're
that.
looking for maybe you can afford the $400.
Yeah, but I don't want that $400 New York University.
For
Yeah.
each state? Yikes.
I mean,
But
I mean,
hey,
at the end
she
of the
might fall in
day-
love with me. Who knows? Who
yeah, at
knows?
the end of the day, you're paying for something somehow, somewhere.
Right.
You know, like some people are just getting more upfront with it, I guess. You know, like, you know, so it depends on your comfort level and how much, you know, you're willing to do. But hell, if I go on a date, would this be real? I'm going to throw this on the reverse. Everything other time, I'd be like, if I match a girl, I'd be like, hey, you're going to take me out to dinner? You think that would fly?
No.
Or do I have to
It
fucking still
would
ask her?
depend. It would depend on what she's giving off on
Well-
her profile. You know, like
Trust me, if we're matching, we're thing. I'm gonna do the reverse. I'm gonna do that and see, like, hey, why don't you take me out to fucking dinner?
like if a woman puts on her profile, it's like, I don't care what car you drive. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care what job you have. I just want someone who can carry an intelligent conversation, who's emotionally
So
mature
what?
and available
Like,
and empathetic.
doesn't care about
If a-
looks and shit
if
like
a
that?
woman puts that on her profile, like, what do you say to that? Like, and
Like-
let's say she's attractive. Let's say she's actually someone
Does she
you find
care about
attractive.
looks? Does she care about looks?
No, she just says, I don't care how tall you are or what car you drive or what job you have. Obviously, looks still matter, man. Like, some people
Yeah,
don't.
okay.
Some people are not
Yeah.
into looks, and they more into like how emotionally available you are, or like how affectionate you are and all that. I get that. But most
Yeah.
of the time, if you're decent looking,
Looks.
you kind of want to be with someone who's also decent looking, at least. So,
Well, it's a primary thing. Looks gets you through the door. So
yeah.
now everything else keeps. Anything after that, it depends on what you say, do, and how you act.
Dude,
What
take
keeps
the
you in the room.
take the apps away. If you're in a bar,
Yeah.
if you're ugly, you're not gonna get approached.
No.
So
Mhm.
I mean, it's the eye of the beholder, too.
Yeah.
You know, eye of the beholder.
of course.
But you know, like just like if they say, you know, I don't do blind dates. I've never really done a blind date. But have you guys ever done a blind date?
I would only do it if someone's setting me up.
Yeah, I've never done a blind date and all that stuff. Just
I'd like to
because
trust
I
my
just don't
friends
know what
on
I'm going to
that.
get myself into. That actually makes me feel uncomfortable.
Like, I want to set Kyle up on some dates for sometimes. Like, sometimes I come across on these apps, and I'm like, this girl would be good for Kyle. I think.
Isn't there like you should just get him to sign up on Tinder or whatever. You can like recommend people to other people.
You can?
Yeah.
On Tinder? Okay, I haven't seen that. No, I haven't seen that.
Oh wait, what? That's crazy.
Recommendations. Well,
Yeah.
he's yet to agree on it. I think he's in the process.
I feel like he was almost there 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
Any comments on Love is Blind Netflix? Anyone know Love is Blind?
I
Netflix?
love Love is Blind.
Okay, I don't know this.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh wait, no. So sorry, wrong show. Wrong
Oh.
show.
What did
Love
you think?
is- Love is Blind is garbage.
What show were you thinking?
Love on
Island?
the Spectrum. I don't know why I
Love
thought.
on the Spectrum.
Yeah, it's people on the spectrum who are like trying to find love.
Oh, that's cute.
That's amazing. Love is Blind is kind of
Okay, what's the premise of Love is Blind? Okay, I have to go pee. I'll be right back. Hey, Kyle. Kyle's on chat. He says good grief.
Hello.
I'll be back.
Huh? Was that to me?
To Kyle.
Oh, I can't see what he's typing.
I can't either, but after I said he was on.
By on the spectrum, do you mean like people that
Like
have,
autism.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a really good show.
That's on Netflix.
What's that? Who's got autism?
Someone on the chat asked if Love is Blind was a good show. And I said yes, thinking it was another show, which is called Love on the Spectrum. which is a
Oh.
show about like people who have autism who are like trying to date and find love, which I love. I love that
I
show.
saw a dating show. It was something like that, but it was like 3 guys. And Ziggy Azalea was the girl looking for the fucking guy, or Iggy Azalea. Iggy Azalea.
Oh,
Yeah, I was just like, what is this? She was on a blind dating show. Like, wow. And
Iggy?
these guys were like,
Yo, I'd go
Wow.
out with Iggy. I would.
oh, fuck yeah. You don't have to be fucking doesn't know what she wants. I'll fucking.
Yo, Kyle-
I just need 10 minutes.
Kyle, come on the pod, man. Like, come on the pod. Let us know if you have any hopes for 2022. You know, things are opening up. You don't need to go on the apps, but you know, you're going back in the gym.
If you don't want to do it, don't do it, man.
Going back.
I want to be out there and see women in skirts and approach them. I don't know, but
Okay, I mean, yes, our first time at Nomads was a great time. The second time with me and Deji, not so much. It was a sausage fest in there. I'm bro,
What's
I have
Nomad?
COVID. Chat right now. I know, Kyle, I'm sorry. I just thought anyway. Nomads is a bar in Port Credit. And it was a good time. It was a good vibe.
Where's
That
Port Credit?
first Mississauga.
oh, okay.
By Lakeshore.
Yeah, my legs are, yeah.
We're gonna go there tomorrow, and hopefully it's a good time. I feel like it's gonna be
It should
a
be.
good vibe. But
I think the weather's good too, right?
This is what I think why the first vibe was so good, Deji. Was because we had girls with us. There's something about a party when you're with a group of friends.
Yes.
If you already have girls with you,
Yes.
there is this
100%.
stigma that gets removed from all the other women in the bar that like, oh, like, look, they've already beat that barrier that we can trust that they have healthy relationships with women because they have women friends, right? Would
Good.
you say? Is
I
that a
tell
thing?
my gal pals that we'll be hanging out and I'll be like, you know why I love having you girls on is because you girls are so pretty. It helps me meet other pretty fucking women.
It does. It
Yeah.
actually does. And we had
There's no-
Neela, we had Krista. That's
Yeah.
what happened. Like, it was
Some
like-
girls will be like, like they'll just go to the point. I know they're hunting. Like, which one's your girlfriend? Oh, not mine. What's your name? You know,
yeah, and then they start
girls are
talking to
hunters
you.
too. Girls are hunters too. Yeah. You gotta
And
have women
there's
around
something
you.
about it's like
They
yeah.
vouch. They're like, they're like your. If you don't believe me, ask her.
Like
All
it's a
kinds of
little
stuff.
different if it was like a dance club where you could show off dance moves or whatever, or maybe if it's like a karaoke bar, sure, maybe you can show off your pipes. But in just a regular bar setting, if you're out for dinner and if you're a group of guys out to meet women, it's different than when you are some guys with women in your group and
Just
then
a
you
posse.
can like yeah.
A posse of people. Yeah.
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 Let's do that more, guys.
Like, do girls?
I don't know if it helped me though.
No, it doesn't help you guys.
I don't think so.
No.
It actually is probably detrimental for the women
Yeah.
because then the guys like size themselves up to the other. Well, no, because we're not like hanging around and like latching onto you guys. We're not like, we're not clinging onto you guys.
I
to,
might
like,
know some
help us.
boys too. Like it's the reverse is also true. Like sometimes I'll have like some of my buddies be like, "Hey, who's that girl you're with?" It's like Jules. Like yeah. Well, I'll introduce you to her. But so it works both ways sometimes.
I don't know. I feel like
You guys have to be better wingmen.
yeah, no, I wouldn't
I'm
do
a
that.
Terrible wingman.
With Krista, I because I know her so well and I care about her so much, like
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be too picky for her. It's like
Exactly.
you're not. No, sorry, bro. You can't be.
You're not good enough.
You're not.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
talk to her. Fuck you. It's like-
Yeah, I don't want to fucking deal with your shit after. But, yeah. Isn't it true though? Like when you hook people up, then there's that stigma that the onus is on you if it goes bad.
I feel like it doesn't happen anymore though. Like you don't
No.
hook people up anymore. People don't
I
set
don't
people
hook
up with
people up.
anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time someone's tried to set me up with someone. Like I don't think it happens.
Yeah, do people do that? Like, I mean,
Be
you have
happy
apps
to
for
be
that now,
hooked
right?
up with someone if you guys know somebody. Like that's a lot more comfortable than like
Is it
meeting
though?
a fucking stranger.
It was the opposite.
Yeah.
Remember, like you like there was an individual that you started like maybe catching attention with And I was like, oh, I know that guy, and I was like, I don't know if that's gonna work out, and it didn't.
See, you picked the side. Pick the side. Yeah.
I didn't pick a side. I had to
Well,
like
man,
I
you
had to
watched
let
out
it.
for her
I had
best
to let
interest.
things
You
go
picked the side.
naturally. I didn't want to affect. I had my predictions and they were correct, but I had to
Yeah.
let it run naturally. I didn't want to affect it, you know.
I mean, but like if you had someone who you thought might be a good, match,
I think I would do that.
You know what? It'll probably get better now that we're allowed to go out there and hang out as a group, because you tend to run in people and then mutual friends of mutual friends of mutual friends, right? You need that kind of engagements, and I find those are much more stimulating to me than a fucking app. You know,
Well, what's
like,
hard now is like we're also spread apart.
yeah.
So it's if we all lived in the same city, even in the same kind of region of a city, that makes sense. Because we are like in each other's circles, and then the people we interact with can very well cross paths with the people we're trying to set them up with. But like, not now, like.
all right, yo, man, I'm coming down to see you this fucking summer, man. If the bars are open, we're going, buddy.
Apparently, London is so small. I need to go to London. Apparently,
It's fucking growing, man. But fuck, I still got the peeps in Toronto. Fuck,
In
my other
Western?
cousin owns a bar there, so let's fucking do it.
Okay, let's go there. Fine. Anyway, I'm down for that too. Kyle says he's open to the apps a little bit. What does that mean? Oh,
means you're open. Just do it.
install it then, bro. Like that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
just,
Like,
you know what he should do? Here's as simple as it gets. Install it, open it up, and look at a few pictures. No one's not gonna know you're not doing it or doing it.
yeah,
That is
That's
very
all it is.
It's
easy.
anonymous, right? No one knows.
yeah.
Oh, us four know. Kyle, I
Mike's
won't say anything.
Mike's asking opinion on finding new friend circles.
Ooh,
Okay, so
why?
well, like to expand your
Why?
like, the older we get, our circles are getting smaller,
Yeah.
and we're like our but you're not gonna meet new people
True.
that way. You're not gonna meet new people
True.
that way. So
True.
I'm for
Well-
it, but how?
I guess through activities. Like I don't see any
You
other
need
way.
a hobby or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You definitely need some kind of extracurricular that involves a lot of people.
Okay, I know that's not necessarily a problem for us, but let's make this more of like a helpful thing for people who aren't so active out of their house. For homebodies, hermit types, like being on the computer. What do
Get
you
a
suggest?
dog.
Get it?
Get a dog because
Oh,
everybody talks to you. They talk to your dog first, but then they talk to you.
Okay.
Oh, that's a- yeah,
How long have you had your dog?
3 months.
How many guys have you gotten approached
How many
you?
guys have you gotten?
No, like,
Oh,
have,
like,
approached
like
you
a lot of approaches
to try to pick you up.
and a couple of numbers.
There you go. See,
Fun.
that's all right. Yeah. Fuck. I should never.
So that was because of your dog. You didn't approach their dog; they approached yours, right?
Or
Or you
the
approached
dogs
theirs.
like were excited with each other. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what you should do, dude? Take out your fucking niece or nephew out to the mall.
I know.
no,
know
because
that-
then they're gonna think that they're your kid.
No, just say this is my niece. I'm, just taking out. I'm watching over for
No,
my sister.
because when they see you with a kid, it's
With a
like no, that's
stroller.
their kid.
Nah,
You have to have the conversation. You have to
You
have
gotta
the
be the smiley
conversation
type.
first.
that won't
Nah.
work.
I can see. No. I mean, I've seen it happen. They're not gonna hold back from talking to you, but you can dictate where that conversation goes
Yeah, you just make. You know,
by your demeanor. Like I can show
Yeah, you
can
gotta-
show interest in someone, and they'll pick up whether or not
you got to just go out
this
there
is
and be
my
like,
kid or not.
say things like, "Who's the best uncle ever?" Make sure everybody hears it. All kinds of shit like that. You got to be, local, because people listen. People listen. So sometimes you got to put in the right cues. Like
Yeah.
if someone's like, all kinds of stuff. Because I think everybody tries to eavesdrop on people when they can.
But okay, here's the thing, man. Like, I get these ploys: dog, a kid. The interest is a little different. At least if you share an interest with someone, that's kind of cool. But like these ploys to just get yourself to come cross paths with people. Sure, if I have a stroller with a cute kid in there, and a runner runs by and comments on the kid. Okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm down for runners, active people who who take care of themselves. That's cool. But usually runners don't do that. Runners are the type to just run by. They have their music. They're not going to stop. They don't want to be stopped.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a runner.
Honestly, I think the best thing to do is to get yourself involved in some kind of a competition, like a sport, you know, like for fun, because nothing pumps the adrenaline like fucking trying to win. And then if it's a co-ed and all that stuff.
Yeah, man, but I've been single in soccer teams.
You make friends, and then you hang out with those new friends because you fucking won, and then they might introduce you to other friends.
But you can never hit on your opponent, can you?
Why not?
Well, how do you?
I don't know. Can you?
Oh.
No, I don't think it's ever happened. Like, I've played soccer, intramural soccer, co-ed, organized soccer runs.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's attractive women on the field, opposite team, other teams playing other games. But how? I don't know if I've ever.
Well,
I don't know if it's courage or not, but it just feels weird to just approach someone you've never shared words with, and all of a sudden crack a conversation.
The high and by theory, man. The high and by theory.
Just be like, hey.
Yeah, like, hey, how's it
I saw
going?
you here last week.
No,
See
no,
ya.
like, like when you see these person in a game and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, you just high and by. You don't have, you know, this is like in a bar. Let's say you're in a bar or you're, and you see this hot girl. You start talking to her. Just keep it short. Like, hey, how's it going? Cool. See you around. Run into her again, then you'd be like, hey, you having a good time? Sweet, yeah, me too, man.
Okay,
yeah,
that does work.
Yeah.
That does
and
work.
Then leave it at that.
Yeah.
And then the third time, it's like, hey, what's going on? You know, then you could probably get a number and all that stuff, you know, because you weren't too creepy at the beginning. You could do that in a sport.
No. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's possible. Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna call it a night, peoples.
Alright, man.
Work.
Thanks, dude. I know this is
Nighty
later
night,
than
brother.
I thought it was gonna be, but I'm still drinking and eating, so I'm gonna keep going.
It is.
Later, man. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, everything's opening up. So I think my hunch is that a lot of more people are just going to be looking to have a good time. Not a good time, but are going to be just doing a lot of things that, you know, engaging with a lot of people no matter what at a bigger scale compared to.
Conspicuous Ryan, he says, yo, come climbing. Do I know you? Do I know you? Like, are you like, do you know Mike? I feel like I've seen Conspicuous Ryan before.
You're talking about rock climbing or bouldering?
Do you guys see the chat too? Or I don't know if you're on the Twitch channel,
No.
if you're reading the chat too. Okay, that's
No.
fine. Okay.
Oh, is this on Twitch? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's live on Twitch right now.
Climbing
okay.
hurts my forearms a lot.
Yeah.
It is a good thing.
I love
like,
climbing, man.
you can get to check out the person climbing, or there's a lot of benefits. Now we don't know each other.
Like, but you can only have so many hobbies. Like, I dance
true.
and I boxing.
I don't want to take on climbing. Like,
it's too much.
You gotta. Pick
dance
one.
is gone though. Dance is gone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna.
Pick
I don't
one.
consider myself.
Like, you know, when I go to the club and practice and all that, man, there's a 50,
Yo, man,
60
COD.
bucks, and I see.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Call of Duty gaming. I know it's a thing too. Like, you can pick up and like random quads. It's happened. I've met people.
I'm sure it happened.
And now we're like sure friends. I've developed.
Oh yeah, friends for sure. Me too.
But you can get interest too, depending on like where it goes. It's
You
possible.
gotta hold that with a grain of salt, man. If you can't see them physically, there's.
Well, yeah, you're gonna hope that
I mean, you can flirt all you want, and how I don't. Do you even know all their faces? They sound cute.
Well, that's
but-
when you have to creep them after.
Oh yeah, well
You add
yeah.
them on Instagram and you find out who they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody creeps for sure, but I think for sure. I think this year, now that everything is open up, people are just gonna be wanting to fucking just go out anyway. So this is your chance to just go out there and fucking run into people.
Here's a question. Sorry, this is for Mike, who's saying climbing is very social. people who's suggesting, even Conspicuous Ryan, who's saying come climbing. So now the premise is I am a single guy who's looking to meet new people, and you've suggested to join your social circle to climb. So my expectation is, all right, I'm gonna go there not to climb, but to meet girls. Like, does that work? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, no.
I have to be
Sometimes you
really
just, like-
into climbing, don't I? Like, don't I have to actually be invested and wanting to be better climber and like actually
Yeah,
all
I would
that
think so.
Yeah.
for the woman who's there who wants to climb and who's focused on climbing? Unless
To
you're
be,
also
like,
bringing, yeah, you know what I mean? Unless you're bringing a girl.
Passive, yeah.
Exactly. Like the shared interest is not the social circle to meet someone during climbing. It's like the focus has to be the interest. Like, yeah, I'm gonna come out. All right, man. Okay, there's gonna be single people there. All right, let's go to this climbing thing. And then,
One time, and yeah.
but I'm not into it. Like, I'm not into it for the long haul. Like, it's weird. They're like, oh, so when are you gonna go climbing next? I'm like, I don't know, next year. Like,
Yeah.
is there anything
Yeah,
comparable
then it's
to
not for you.
climbing? Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess
Like, how much
snowboarding.
free time do you have, like, when it comes to, like, extracurriculars?
Well, that's the
Not
thing.
enough.
It's getting less and less. Like,
Right? Yeah, so it's...
I'm getting busier and busier with work now too. So
Yeah, me too. Like, I'm starting to get busy. I was supposed to go out drinking today, and then I ended up fucking with clients, but whatever.
like in school, like it makes so much sense in school. Yeah, you go to class. Sure, you meet different people every
That's the worst part. I'm
every
in
time
school
slot.
right now during the COVID. Fuck
But-
no
but-
chicks.
But after school, you still have the, you know,
Yeah.
the bar nights or whatever, the Wednesday nights, the Thursday nights, the Friday nights,
Cheap
the
drinks
whatever
or
it is.
stuff like that, you know, half price pictures and all that stuff. Yeah.
But like when you're self-employed, it's different from like working in a big corp company. Like you know, apparently Rogers, TELUS, all those big, like even OPG, banks,
They don't pay
CIBC,
for shit.
Scotiabank.
I've worked for Bell and Rogers, man. They don't pay for shit.
No, but I'm just saying, like the company's so big, you're still gonna meet new people. You can still come across like new people in your job.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you work from home and you're self-employed,
Well,
Never
interesting
saw
enough,
it.
now at my
my
office,
job.
there's now
fucking sucks.
350 fucking people. So when we have our first function event, I'm gonna see what the talent's all about.
Okay.
Because
Yeah. Conferences are good too, man. Like sales conferences
I've
and
been to
stuff.
conference, man. It's nothing but a pickup fest.
It's like the Olympics for salesmen.
Yeah, it's just a pickup fest. Just
Okay.
a bunch of fucking people. Like, I've been to a real estate conference. Holy fuck.
Mike
I can't remember
says
how- 10 years ago.
he said, okay, Conspicuous Ryan says climbing is a full body workout, so it's not like you're at a loss. Mike says,
Yeah.
I think the idea of going into any event with the sole intention of picking up the opposite sex gives off the wrong
Not gonna
vibe.
work.
I completely
Not gonna
completely
work.
agree. So that's
Yeah.
why climbing in school or dance works so well. Because you don't give off that I want to pick you up vibe. Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
climbing. What kind of other activity can serve the same function? Yeah, you have to be actually interested and genuinely like invested
You have to want to show up there again.
in. Yeah, it has to be a regular thing.
You can't make
Mhm.
new friends of being there once and then that's it. No, you got to be part of the group again, you know?
With your suggestion of expanding your new friend circle or making new friend circle, it has to, as long as the intention is a prolonged like experience, like it's gonna be repetitive and it's gonna be for the long haul. Otherwise, you're not gonna be
There's got to
authentic.
be something that he has always wanted to do. Now's
What do
your
you
time to fucking do it. And fucking,
Me?
you know? No, like,
Skydiving, I guess.
Yeah. yeah, like be part of a. Well, let's keep it simple, but you know, like you know how many people I meet right now at the club. Fucking, I just met this fucking one dude. He said he
How many-
trained before, but
I don't even want to go to
something
school.
about beginners, man. You can get
Mhm.
hurt practicing with beginners because they don't know how to practice well.
Mhm.
So I had to fucking literally beat this guy up, man, just to fucking make sure, hey, man, you gotta fucking train this way or else this is what's gonna happen. And I fucking, I choked him out fucking 3 times, put on arm bars, whatever. But sometimes you have to find a something that you wanna just extend. If you want to expand your circle, you have to find something that you could always not necessarily belong to, but want to be there. Otherwise, you're not gonna make any circles.
Like if I were single, this is Mike, I'd rather pay the climbing membership Get the social and fitness all in one. Skip the dating app subscription. If I don't meet a girl, at least I'm more fit. Well, yeah, because you like
Yeah.
climbing.
I mean, yeah.
Does he climb
Dude,
alone?
I love snowboarding, and I go snowboarding.
Yeah, and I like
You know,
playing
it's like-
boxing, and I go boxing, and I haven't
Yeah.
met anyone there. Like,
I like cameras.
you got lucky, Mike. You got lucky.
You got
okay?
lucky,
Does
bro.
he does he have any other
And Dan and
friends?
Michaela, you also
Yeah?
got lucky.
All y'all got lucky.
You
guys
just
all
got
on
lucky. It's a thing.
It's not simple.
like-
It's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Well,
It'd be
KP
just
got
either way.
boxing. Same thing. Well, how's boxing going?
Boxing's great, but like I haven't.
Fucking hard, man. It's
I mean, the
worth it.
trainer's hot, but like.
Yeah, don't be a statistic. She's already been with how many? There's a
Oh,
few
I
people,
don't
I'm
doubt
sure.
it. I don't doubt it, Ryan. Yeah, climbing gyms have a lot of ridiculously fit girls. Yes, they do.
Yeah. No,
I,
I mean,
I should just get into like I don't know bikini modeling. There you go.
Trust me,
I
like-
can meet more than I just do a lot more photo shoots. You know, just become a photographer for runway for fashion. There you go. I just meet more models, and then I'm good. But at least Krista fit. Even if you don't meet, yeah, you're getting
Yeah.
fit. Even if you don't meet a guy.
Like-
Where I go?
My
Yeah.
question for this person, whoever it is, like, who's his posse and who does he roll with? Like, does he not have other friends that venture out
Oh.
and, you know, like,
We're talking about Ryan, right? I guess Ryan, who was like, who said,
you know, I want to meet new friends and shit like that? Or
no, he was saying like opposite, like he was trying to like seeing if opposites attract and stuff, but like they ended up being.
opposites can, man, but you have to get through that door.
So
You know,
okay,
like, have you ever not been? Have you ever? I've been in a situation where I've been attracted to a girl that I normally wouldn't be attracted, but I only got to know her because of mutual friends. Then something about her was, you know.
yeah, well, okay, I have to assume that I'm not gonna meet anyone new through any of you guys. I have to assume that. I think at this point, most people that I meet now, for them to be like a potential, whatever partner, I met them on my own through some other thing. It's this introduction through other circles, whatever it is about like prolonged friendships. Like even though you said it, Krista, is like I would want someone to be like, you know what, this guy's gonna be good for Krista or whatever like that. We don't think that way. Like in our circles, we
Yeah.
don't think that way for each other. It's like, oh, like FJ's been single for like 2 years or whatever, or the other times, but no one ever thinks, oh, you know what, this girl I met today is gonna be good for FJ. People don't think that way. Like, I don't know if
No.
that's, you know, like,
Yeah.
wow.
What's your Twitch thing?
Have you ever thought like that? It's my name,
I don't know.
twitch.tv/FJ Sarmiento.
Oh,
Right? Like, when was the last time, Krista, that you met a guy or a girl and thought, you know, this guy would be good or this girl would be good for this other person that
Well,
you
like
know?
a few years ago, like there were people in our circle where I was like, oh, this person would be great for like this friend.
Oh,
But like it just
How'd that
never
go?
materialized.
Oh.
It's just no.
Warren, you coming on? No, I didn't think we were gonna go this long, but I think, Krista, you're getting tired.
Yeah.
Are you good? You good to go? Okay. Time for War to join. Yeah, War, you can come in. Want to just chat? We're having drinks, having chips. I'm getting to that level where I don't care. But Krista, I'm sorry if
Maybe
you.
I'll
If you
pour. I don't know. Like
You gonna
I
pour
have
another one?
this
Let's
tomorrow,
go.
But I might pour another one.
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, here we go.
Right.
All right, let's
Such a bad idea.
see that screenshot of that
Such a bad idea.
Wink. Let's see Wink.
No, you don't want to see that shit. Hey guys,
Warren, this is Tom. Have you guys
we've
met?
been on
I don't
cast
know.
before.
Oh, okay.
We've been
Yeah,
on
we
cast
met before.
Okay.
Such a bad
Is he-
idea.
Are you?
What's up,
is you?
man?
Are you Pinoy?
Oh po,
Well,
oh po.
Oppo.
But Canadian born.
Oppo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, man? You having a drink?
I don't have drinks. I don't drink alcohol. I drink if I'm in like social scenario.
This
Like,
is
I
what that
can't
is.
drink. No, I don't. No, it doesn't count. I gotta be in the bar with y'all.
Okay,
It's
come-
not. It doesn't
come-
feel right
come
drinking
tomorrow.
right now.
Come tomorrow.
Yeah, no big deal. Let me jump on a plane, like 4 hours and a half of a plane ride to you. No big deal.
Where are you?
Fuck it. I'm in Alberta.
Oh fuck! What's
Let
the
me
weather
s-
there right now?
Oh, it's
Is it warm?
like 0, 1.
Holy
It's
shit! It was like
nice.
19 degrees today.
Yeah,
Fuck.
fuck off.
That's
Fuck
warm
you
for them.
guys.
That's warm for them.
Yeah.
It was t-shirt weather today. Look at this.
It was. It was
Oh,
short.
like-
Yeah, man. I was out there in a t-shirt and shorts having a
I
smoke.
was in t-shirt and
Yeah,
shorts.
same here.
Yeah.
And you know what that means? We missed out on a lot of short skirts today.
Oh yeah, you
No.
wouldn't see that here.
Yeah.
No, women don't switch that quickly.
Oh, they switched that quickly. I know for sure. I've seen already. I looked through my Instagram fucking thing. All the girls are wearing short skirts and shit. They're green and they're green. They took advantage of
Those
the
are
weather.
the wrong girls.
Wrong girls for what?
I mean,
I'm
they're
just
the
saying,
right.
like,
They're the right ones. What do you mean?
yeah,
Depends on what
right.
you're looking
Depends
for,
on
I
how you're looking at it.
guess.
There's the girls you play with, then there's girls you have fun with, and there's girls you date.
Sure.
I haven't found the one I'm dating yet, so I might as well not deny the ones that are looking for fun.
I'm just looking for a wifey, but if I come across others who are willing to enjoy some time with me, I'm not gonna be opposed to
Are
that.
you
if
gonna
there's
turn down
nothing
a
else
fucking? Are you gonna
to-
turn down some sex?
Hey, my parents watch these.
Oh, you do? Your mom knows how to get on this shit?
I will not answer that
Really?
just out of well, sometime. I posted on my Facebook, so they could if they
Oh
wanted to.
yeah. Well, they're
You
not
wouldn't
listening.
turn it down.
They
Deepa.
wouldn't. They wouldn't watch. This is too much.
Turn it down.
You wouldn't turn down free tickets to a concert? Come on.
Exactly. Anyway, so
Yeah.
War. Any fun news stories that you could share with the world about the dating app scene? So,
Oh,
Krista, have you heard of Wink?
No.
Wink. Apparently, it's like
There's
a
an
new
app
Tinder.
called Wink, and it's like a bootleg version of Tinder where you can
Mhm.
swipe worldwide, but you're so much more exposed to like scammers, catfishes, people trying to play you.
Yeah.
And like it's also available for like anyone under 18 too. So when you first sign up,
What?
I'm pretty sure there's like an under 18 version and there's the
Oh.
adult version. Not to say it's a different version, it's the exact same app. I'm pretty
about
sure
that.
I haven't seen the under 18 one, but they give you the option. Are you under 18 or above 18? And I'm pretty
Sounds
sure you
like
could be
a
swiped. I think. I
credit
don't know.
app.
Why would I choose under 18? Anyways, a bunch of just stupid scam stories, a bunch of just like catfishes. Oh, it's so much fun. It's so entertaining. It's turned into like originally, talk to people, make connection, understand how people converse through chat. And then it turned into what I thought Tinder was back in 2012, where it's like, you want to trade nudes? Click my link. Like, fuck, this is so
Oh.
stupid, because that's what Tinder was back in the day. I would swipe like 5 people, and out of those 5 people in Lloydminster, 3 of them are scammers, 2 of them have kids, and they're way overweight and like twice my size. Not to say it's about size, but like
Right.
real talk.
Okay, question more. Because you've shared stories with me about like how entertaining Wink has been now.
Yeah.
But that wasn't your original intention, or was it? Like,
No, hell no.
if you were
I
looking
just-
for something genuine, right? Like legit.
The intent was conversation, make connection, maybe make somebody's day. Obviously, if it's worldwide, fuck it, that's not gonna happen. Like, what am I gonna do?
Okay, so
Someone's in Antarctica. I'm not gonna like fly out
Okay,
there. Like,
but no-
it's such a hard draw.
but no percentage of that was I'm looking for someone for a relationship. None of that.
Potentially, if somebody was from Canada. But
Okay.
even then, how the fuck do I know if they're from Canada or even if they're real?
You can't even set
Yeah.
distance.
You could. You
Okay.
could pick country. You could pick distance. You could go global.
Because what I'm saying is, as entertaining as it is,
Yeah.
do you feel now the time that you've invested for entertainment
Yeah.
is taking away from the original focus of you trying to find someone legit? And, like,
No, because like the intent is still make connection, make conversation. Then if it turns into that nonsense where I just know this person's a scammer, then I go that way and be like, oh yeah, you're so cute in that picture. Do you want to jump on Instagram? Do you want a cam?
right.
Didn't you tell me something about the cam thing? That
What?
there's, oh no, that was something totally different.
No, I probably not me.
No.
My free camps?
About they're blackmailing people on camps.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that happened to me.
What?
What?
Yeah, I gave in because I was curious. I'm like, Okay, so one of my first instances was supposedly this Chinese girl was from the States, and then it's like let's get on Instagram, let's talk there. I'm like, I don't care, let's go. And then turns out she's a scammer, because what happened was she lets cam, and then you want to like you intend to like masturbate for each other on
I thought your
cam.
mom's watching this.
It's okay.
Hey Tita, I was
It's
masturbating
okay.
my penis.
Yeah, your pitoy.
I was playing with my pitoy toy with the Asian
my
girl.
God.
Okay.
Anyways, what happened was the whole scam was, they want you to show your face as well as your dick, or at least you doing something provocative, and then they would like be like, well, here's the thing. On screen, I saw like, I'm pretty sure I've seen this video before. I know who this girl is on this picture. It's not the same girl that I was talking to because the profile picture didn't match the video. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure this is a recording. So then I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna show my dick, and then we're going in. I'm gonna show everything. Let's go. So then it turned into I'm watching the screen, and then it turns to me. I'm like, I knew it. This person just recorded my dick with my face, and I'm watching myself jerk myself. And I started laughing. I was having a good time with it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna finish.
Nice to finish.
Oh my.
I finished in front of another Filipino dude because it turned out.
Oh, he's bakla.
No. This person was there to scam me. They're like, I have your video, I have your picture, I have all your Facebook friends. I'm gonna take this recorded video and send it all to them. And then I'm like laughing and I don't fucking care, dog. You caught me. I don't fucking care. And then he's like, you're not taking this seriously. He starts like spamming me. Fuck you, man. Take this serious. I'm gonna send this to all your friends. Do you want all
Go
these
ahead.
people to see it? Like your family? I'm like,
Yeah.
one, they're gonna think you're a scam. I didn't say any of this. I'm just like, I left them talking. I left them on chat. I left them on open. I'm just like, I'm gonna go bed. I'm good. I got mine. I'm gonna go sleep. So the next morning, I pull up to the computer and everything is in Tagalog. He's like, "Putangin mo." I'm like,
Yeah.
So it turns out a Filipino dude was trying to get me to pay $1,000 to not release that video. I'm just like,
Yeah.
yo,
Wow.
what? You're
Yeah,
breaking
but that
laws.
doesn't
Like,
even
you're-
work. Like,
Yeah.
if you think about it, you pay the $1,000. What does that do?
They still have
Like,
a
what-
video.
What does that ensure?
Okay,
Yeah.
pay
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
so I don't now do it. Like,
JPEGs and videos are forever, so whatever.
Yeah,
And you know what? For me, I'm like, it's
Whatever.
a human body. It's a penis. I got nothing
it's
to hide.
fine. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine. And then on top of that, you send it to somebody, you send it to my friends and family, you send it to my coworkers, and be like, yo, what the fuck is this scam? How'd they get a
Yeah.
video of Warren in this dick? I'll be like, yo, that's not mine. That's Photoshop.
Even
Yeah.
if, even if at that
Bigger
point
than
it's just
that.
like
Yeah.
it's like don't
It's
even
not
waste
me.
your time. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't entertain the idea. It's like
So then,
it's not me.
so the one story I told you, I did
Yeah.
come across another person, and I called him out on it. I'm like, dog, you can put down the act. I can just drop you cash right now. What do you want? And then I left him. I didn't touch my phone for a while. He comes back, and I come back to the message. He's like, wait, were you gonna pay? I was like, yeah, I was gonna drop you cash. And I took him all the way to the point where I'm about to pay him, only because I was curious about what kind of email address they were using. And they just have a shit ton. Like they just make up like random girl names that don't make sense. Like Catherine spelt without the E in the middle. Like, I don't know, like even just like, I don't know, Evelyn, like with 8 fucking numbers and the digits. So
Yeah.
I took him that far. He's oh the fucker. I was like, yo, I was gonna drop you $150 just because like I know what's happening here. You don't have to play me. He's like, wait. How about 300? I'm like, you mother. I was just gonna give you charity.
negotiating,
He's like,
yeah.
negotiating with you.
Trying to like
I'm like-
upsell nothing.
Sure, why
Yeah,
not
so-
1,000? Yeah.
Well, so yeah, typically they would ask for 1,000, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give you a fucking 1,000. I don't have that much money.
And he doesn't
And
have your nudes, so it's like, what does he
Yeah,
have to
like,
bargain
why?
with?
Exactly. I was gonna give you a free $150. He's like,
Mhm.
okay, wait, 200. I'm like, you motherfucker. So then I blocked him on what were we talking on? Instagram? I think we were talking on Instagram. I blocked him, and then he messaged me on Wink. He's like, yo, I'll take that 150.
What the hell is Wink?
Wink is this like stupid, like it's a bootleg Tinder.
Oh, okay.
You
That sounds
can,
like sounds
You can
gay.
wor-
Oh,
you
I
can
don't know.
you can worldwide swipe. The only thing is the other story I came across was I was messaging somebody that was supposedly 18, and then after saying hello, she sent me a picture of her ass in a thong. I'm like, holy booty, well done, good
No.
job, girl. And then she sent 2 more pictures. One was like a mirror selfie, again showing off her ass. I'm like, yo, this girl's fit, she's thick, holy crap. And then I haven't sent her anything yet. Third picture is her like finger boob, just like covering her titty. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
wait, I haven't sent her shit. I'm like, am I in trouble? Like, what are you fishing for? Do I have to send you my dick? Like, what's going on? And then it wasn't until then that she actually confessed that she's like fucking 17. I'm like, whoa, calm down.
No.
I mean, age of consent in Canada is 16, but you're 17 in America. Are you actually in America? Are you even real?
I don't know you. What are you doing on this fucking chat?
no, I didn't ask for that.
Allegedly 17. I allegedly
Allegedly.
found somebody.
Hey,
All
but the
allegedly.
the age of consent in Canada is 14, so you're okay.
16.
What?
16. It's 16. Canada
14.
16.
Yeah.
Age of consent
16.
is 16.
16 in Canada. Check it. Pull it up. 16. Place your bets now. It's definitely not 18. 14
Might
would
be
be like
14 for like medical decisions.
when it's
Yeah.
sexual
16.
consent. It's 16.
Age of consent to sexual activity is 16.
Japan is 15. Denmark, I think the lowest in the world is like 13 or 14. That's like
Why
somewhere
do
in Europe.
you know this?
Because I got
Because he
curious.
looked it up.
Dude, because here's the thing, like me teaching dance, I need to be careful what the fuck is happening around me. If
Yeah.
I say the wrong thing and piss off a girl, she could go off and say the most random shit. I've had a lot of situations where I would tutor late night with these girls, and it's like
Ugh.
11 o'clock at night. It's just me and two
Yeah.
other girls from the studio, and we're doing physics. Who's gonna fucking believe me?
Right.
Anyhow,
Wait, you record everything, man.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Yeah, you
So
should
that's-
have like
That's
you
age of
know.
consent, but 18 and over can't have sexual relations with 16.
What if they're in the same school?
there are limits. So like if you're a 16-year-old and you're having sex with an 18-year-old, I believe that's fine. Like
Yeah.
there's a
You're
2-year
teenagers. You're
there's
both
a-
teenagers.
there's
But a
2-year,
19
like,
and
gap.
16.
19 and 16, no.
No.
Wait. The other one is you can't be in a position of trust. So like if you're an
power, yeah.
18-year-old and you're their like teacher or their coach or someone of trust,
Right.
you also cannot do that. But if you're just
Right.
an 18-year-old having sex with an 16-year-old and just are friends or you just having a good
You
time,
just
it is
met
what- it's fine.
somehow.
Yeah,
You met an underager at the club?
It was an all ages night.
Oh, yeah.
Miss me on that. I'm good.
All ages.
Miss
All
me on
ages.
that.
Do they even still have that? Oh, fuck,
No, they
I think
don't
they
for
do.
this reason.
God.
What? Are you serious? I swear they still have those.
Oh, son, they can't.
And we're just too old not to notice anymore. Not that we're there, but I'm just saying we don't need to go there.
Any case, Wink app been a lot of entertainment,
Yeah.
to say the
Mhm.
least. There's no shot I make any kind of real connection or any kind of like. Oh, I did meet somebody who ended up needing tutoring help, so that's pretty cool.
Right.
Because it was another girl who
What are you
lied about her
teaching?
age.
Physics?
Physics, chemistry, math. I teach her math.
Oh, what kind of chem?
Just your grade 12 chem, whatever you get in high school.
Just stoic.
Stoic
A lot of
titration.
stoic.
Mm-hmm.
Acid-base
Bonding.
reactions.
Bonding, ionic
Lewis structures. Yeah.
Okay.
enthalpy when things get hot.
With the triangle
So-
for heat.
So, okay, Warren, did you tell them that, after your first kind of phase, you decided to get off the apps?
Oh
you
yeah,
felt-
yeah. It was taking up my time. I felt like, yeah, this is taking up. I got addicted to the entertainment factor of it.
Yeah.
So I
It's not
uninstalled
for
it
everybody for sure, but I think
And then-
everybody's curious.
and then I reinstalled it.
And then he came back just 2 days later.
Yeah.
2 days.
It's the entertainment factor, and
Yeah.
I was really curious about the lescapades.
So
Oh, you told
when
them. You told them that. You told them
No, I
that.
haven't.
Oh,
No, I
yeah.
haven't.
Mm,
See,
No.
I deleted it from my phone, so technically I still have an account,
Mm.
right? And same with the I just deleted them off my phone, but fuck it, it's not on my phone or anything like that. So I could just reinstall it, and then I might have like a shit ton of oh no, wait, I wouldn't even know if I have likes until I swipe.
Hmm.
Mm.
Whatever you guys are talking about and finding like those social circles and like doing things out in the community, that works so much better. You're better off just being in live. Like doing this whole online
Nah,
thing
can you really
work.
say that though?
It's
Can you
not
really say
Yeah.
that? It's not fucking working.
I think you're
Yeah, you
likely.
gotta expand your horizons.
So
What
the
are we
reason I
gonna
say-
do, Krista, man?
The reason I say that is the likelihood of like building a connection with somebody is a lot higher I feel, in those situations,
You
because
meet
you
them
actually
in
see
person.
and meet them in person. Whereas if you're on the
Yeah.
phone, there's still the likelihood they're not even real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
No,
why
I
say
know,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I know. I've been on
And,
these
like-
for like 6 years now, dude. Like, yes.
Yeah. And I mean, like I was saying earlier, like even they can be real, but you meet in person and then it's like, no, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be.
But that saves you time.
What do you
I
mean?
guess that could save you time
What?
because then you.
What?
Like if
So much
if,
time
if you're talking to
wasted.
them, yeah, but like you'd rather talk to them and not meet them and not waste your time meeting them. Like,
Oh no, but the thing is, when you invest so much time chatting with them, because there are gonna be nights where like you're chatting to one person through your phone, like
Yeah,
that's
no.
wasted time.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
lot
wasted
more.
time.
Yeah. At least when you're in person at the same kind of
Yeah.
activity, you're getting
Yeah.
to know them as you're doing the activity. So it's less
Yeah, and
wasted
then
time.
they're gonna know, like they're gonna read your body language too, and like
Mm.
know if they should pursue it or not. Like, yeah,
I will say, if the intention is real, that you want to go out and meet someone, I don't think it'll happen passively. It's not impossible,
Mhm.
but this whole like social circle thing or whatever, trying to do activities, all that's nice. But in the end, I think the effort actually has to be active. Like if I want to go out and meet someone, it's not gonna happen just swiping on apps 5 minutes a day.
no.
You know, sitting on the toilet swiping on apps, sitting in bed before falling asleep swiping on apps.
Exactly.
Those
yeah.
are, it's all I like to think to myself, oh, you know, it's not my focus, it's passive. Well, that's why it hasn't been working, because it's not been my focus. And I think other people are going to be like the lucky people out there, because there have been lucky people out there. And like I said, it's not impossible. Like, you know, Mike and Dan, like they were lucky, and we're happy for them. But for the majority, if your intention, for those watching, and if you're like wondering, dating kind of advice, if you are actively seeking, that's the best thing you can do, because at least you know you're genuinely into it. I think that's why maybe it hasn't really been working for me. Like I'd
Ready for a
counter
stupid
the
Yeah,
luck.
man, you want to be a
Mike's gonna
champion,
counter
man.
the
You gotta
luck.
train like a champion.
Yeah,
Are you
that's what
ready?
it- yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Ready
War.
for a stupid analogy? Okay.
Mm.
I don't play poker much, but this isn't far off from saying playing your cards the best way you know how. So for someone like Dan who ended up at the climbing gym, he knew he wanted to climb, he enjoyed it, and he also I can't speak for him, but I imagine there was some small intent or some small of like percentage in his brain just like, yo, I'm gonna keep
meet.
climbing, and if I happen to meet somebody, I'm gonna meet somebody. So this
Sure.
is him playing his
Yeah.
cards in a certain way.
Why not?
It's kind of
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
person that's
Yeah.
like this is the opposite of the person that's like, no, I don't want this hand in my poker. I don't want this hand. I'm gonna wait till I can pull off this full house, which is
Oh,
likely
Mike.
never gonna happen, right?
Exactly.
So this is
Yeah.
where everyone's gonna have their different preferences of
Yeah.
what's gonna work for me. You hear the story about going to the gym and then happen to meet somebody. Yes, there's gonna be a
Fuck
level
no,
of
man. They'll see all my imperfections.
Okay,
but there's
Mike's-
still gonna be that level of like activeness or that
Yeah.
assertion you have to take in those situations of being in your kind of like zone. Like
Hold on.
if it's the gym, if it's the climbing gym, whatever.
yeah,
Mike's saying, I'd counter the luck. It's easy to brush off successful relationships as luck. We're not brushing off the relationship,
No.
Mike. It's the way you encountered each other. Like,
yeah,
yeah, the relationship itself is still gonna come down to how compatible you are, how you communicate, how open and emotionally available you are to each other, and the trust, all of that. Yes, but how you met, or how they met, or how
Yeah.
you two met, come on. Like, you're not gonna say that's something you did actively to just like
yeah. I mean,
to just
like,
meet your girl
That's
that way, or like for Dan to meet Michaela the way that like, oh, it was something that he planned and put effort in. No, it wasn't. That's luck. Like, that doesn't happen
yeah.
regularly. You
It's
know what I'm
not
saying?
like,
Meeting
I
meeting
haven't
can
put
happen at any-
myself out there and like,
Ah!
Hi.
Yeah, the meeting can happen at any time. It's be able to hold that.
I'm here. Okay. Hello. I hear you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I'm playing TFT at the same time. I'll just.
What the hell is a
Use the
TF?
game.
What's TFT?
That's the League of Legends thing I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. So okay, it's just that what? So how do you explain even the people what you're expecting out of? How do you explain what you're trying to get out of apps?
Okay.
I don't
What do you-
use them.
Do you like when you meet the person and you talk to them? Isn't that the same thing? Isn't it luck that you meet that same person?
There's still an
Yeah.
element of it.
But there's
Yeah,
it's
so
volume
every-
though. Like everyone's intent
No,
in the
but isn't
app
there an
is that.
expectation to meet somebody because you swiped on them, hoping that you'll swipe on me?
Like the
Yeah,
app
but that's
is
still luck
designed.
that they
No, but the intention of
But the
going on the
lucky
app
part is that
is-
like you met someone and it worked, right? Like
So are you
Like-
saying everyone who's in a relationship that's considered luck?
no. How did they
You
meet?
gotta-
no.
It's how
You gotta
did they
build the
meet?
bridge.
You got to think about how they met.
Okay, so let's talk
the,
about
the hard work.
who-
the hard work part
who-
comes after. Like
Who would you describe as, like, give me an example of someone who has met someone in a successful in relationship that you wouldn't consider luck?
that I wouldn't consider
Oh
luck.
fuck! I could name a bunch of.
Oh,
people.
dude, no, I'm not saying it's not luck. Isn't part of it in an app. No, there's a huge luck part of it in the app too. Like my sister met her husband through Plenty of Fish. That's luck too. Like they were both lucky to meet each other in that way. The meeting
Okay,
part,
so-
the meeting
yeah,
part
so
is always
where's-
part of luck, right?
Yeah, so where is exactly.
But the way you speak of like the method, your process of like come climbing or come do this thing or this activity, we're gonna meet people. Like you speak of it as if it's a guarantee, not a guarantee, but there's like this process that's supposed to ensure some sort of level of success. But it doesn't
So-
because it's
No,
always
but
come down to
what
luck.
did Warren say? His analogy is with
Playing the best cards.
You're trying to you're trying to increase your chances.
your odds.
Yeah, you're trying to
Yeah.
increase
Okay,
your
but
odds.
like
right?
But you're
example
saying,
here,
but are you saying the app doesn't do that? Are you saying the app doesn't increase your odds?
I don't know. I don't know. How long have you been
Hell
on
yeah.
the apps? What are
Yeah.
what are your odds on the apps?
Sure.
But dude, my sister met her husband on Plenty of Fish within a year. What is that? Like what am I
is
gonna
that?
say?
Okay. Okay.
It's
okay,
luck,
fine.
right? It's still luck, but it's an
Okay.
example of saying that it's possible. And I've met SJ through an app on Plenty of Fish too. You know, like
I'm not saying it's impossible.
so. It's-
Did I
yeah.
ever say it's impossible?
No, but you're saying you
saying
should
if you're
quit the
playing your
apps because it
chances-
doesn't work. But what do you mean? Like, what do you mean it doesn't work? But it does work. It always comes down to luck, though. Like, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
like I've been on the apps for years, but I've also continued to like engage in social situations, like social dancing, Latin dancing, going to the gym, now even recently like taking my dog out, talking to him, like I'm meeting people, but like it's not
You don't
happening.
meet
It's
anybody
not
at
clicking.
You
Nah.
will. That's it.
Yeah.
could.
Well,
You
I'm
could.
not concerned about you, Krista. Actually,
You could.
Like, I mean, even FJ, I'm not concerned about FJ. You know what I mean?
I'm not really. Yeah,
the-
yeah.
You like, but the point I'm trying to make is because you guys are trying to argue against me saying that my relationship is luck or Dan's relationship is luck.
No,
when I
The
can point out
encounter.
any other
Like,
relationship
it
can be
has
considered the same
happened
way.
already.
But I think the lucky part happens in every relationship. Luck was involved in the meeting. I'm gonna just openly say
Isn't everyone who finds someone that they're with feel lucky?
it's lucky. It's that's what it is. Like
That's
otherwise,
what-
how
you know,
did
say,
how
"I'm
did
so
the
lucky
paths
that I've met
cross?
So and so. I'm so lucky that everyone says that, right? In a way,
It's
like
just
I'm so lucky
it's-
that I've met this person.
I think what the angle is here in terms of not even an argument was just when you speak of one method to outrule another method. At the end of the day, because I think luck is involved, there is no method that is better than another. It's
No.
just if your intent is to meet someone, that's what I was, I guess, trying to say earlier. If you are actively wanting to meet someone, then you are increasing your odds because the effort is there. It doesn't matter what medium you meet them in, but you actually have to actively do it. You just can't be passive about
I
it.
agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But like if I was in a situation where I was in an app
Yeah.
and it hasn't been successful for 6 years.
Okay. What does successful mean to you in a relationship?
yeah, because
Yeah,
I've dated
been
3
in a-
people for a year from the apps.
Is
Like-
that not
like-
successful? I guess is
No, I mean,
Right,
if
like-
you find success, then that's great. You know,
okay.
I'm not speaking to those people, but I'm like, for me, if I have a success rate of, well, whatever percentage of how many dates you have to compared to how many women you've been trying to get at,
Okay.
that percentage will give me the odds of me having a relationship. And if that's really low, I would move on to something that is better. Like, what do you call that? Opportunity cost? There might be
but
something else that works
Yeah.
better.
How do you gauge
That's
something
opportunity.
better if you've not done it before, though?
Well, exactly. How do you know?
So
Why would
yeah.
I stick to an app that gives me a low chance if there might be something else better? I would take the other activity or whatever. I'm not even saying climbing has to be the thing. You know, you just have to put yourself in that situation. Same with exactly what Warren is saying is what I agree with.
So putting yourself in a scenario that's going to expose you to more of those chances.
No. It's playing your cards the way you
feel
would prefer to
comfortable
play.
with, right?
Yeah, what
you
you feel
gotta play the
comfortable.
way you want to play.
In all
Okay.
honesty, if you
What if
feel
it's
the need-
apps?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Then
if you
play with the
feel that
apps.
you're good with the apps, I'm not gonna bash you for it. If that's how you feel like your cards could be played best, do you? Because if you're busy, you don't have time to get out and really dedicate time to a hobby where you could build a community. It is what it is, and you're gonna stick to apps. That's what I'm finding right now because I ain't got time to go. I'm not playing tennis right now. But for now, like, it is what it is. If I can't get out to like any kind of particular community or kind of that common hobby group, I will stick to the apps for now. But I will say,
So
if I
are
had
you
to
on
put
the app right now?
I'm on several. But
Okay.
if I had to say, I would put my opinion in the fact that I would feel like there's more success to be made if I were physically part of a social group or community, in person, meeting people, rather than being on the apps. But that's just me, because these apps things,
Yeah.
more and more do I find scammers, more and more do I find fake girls pretending to be real girls who are super pretty, just wanting connection. Or I'm finding a lot of the crypto scams.
I feel like in the apps though, you can be like really aware of that and figure that out pretty quickly.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I
Everyone has to
entertain
be
myself.
comfortable with it, right?
Okay, what I'm gonna I will to add to what Krista just said. When you do a social circle thing, or you do an activity thing, or even us going to Nomads tomorrow, that selection circle is limited to who's there, to the attendance, right? Like to whoever is present. And that could be anywhere between 20 to maybe 100 people in that social scenario, right? But yes, the success rate is going to be relatively low on an app because the population, like the actual selection group, is huge. It's like it's saturated. But your exposure to the potentials, you're going to have more quantity exposure to your potentials simply because of sample size. Just because of sample size. If you put in the
Sample
time.
means?
No sample like if you're going to swipe 100 people,
Yeah.
right? But you go out to a bar and there's 100 people there, then that's the same sample size. But if you have more time to swipe and increase your sample size by swiping, then you are increasing your chances of finding someone who's better matched for you, who has like similar interests, or maybe someone who's like willing to, the same kind of emotional maturity, empathy, whatever it is that you're looking for. You're going to expose yourself to more of those potentials just by swiping longer on apps because of sample size.
Isn't the whole point of swiping on an app is just getting to that hello stage?
Yeah, but
you don't really know.
I'm not the guy who's just, not the
Well,
knock
I mean,
on war,
that's what I'm
but
saying,
the
right?
guy
Like-
and swipe on right on everyone. I'm not doing that. I'm being selective on
But,
who
like,
I want to swipe right to. Like, it's still somebody that I want to.
I see the pros and cons and whatever, and to each their own. Because man, people can do whatever they want because you're the one that has to do it, right? Whatever you're comfortable with. But when it comes to the apps, you just have to be. I think you have to be more careful with apps than in person.
Well, yes, you
That's
can
the way I
fall
look
for
at
a
it. I don't know why.
scam. These apps are bad, dude.
Like you have to be.
No.
You learn that really quickly though. Like
You can
Yeah.
now. I
Yeah,
have
you're like,
I have
okay,
it in my head. I know
let's
when
hop
I
on a video call.
when I
like,
see a fake, like one of the first things I ask for is Instagram, and then if they have it, it's like one of the
Yeah.
first things, like, can you send me a photo of yourself right now? Can we do a voice note
Yeah.
right now, or a phone
Gotcha.
call? Because I think, and you know what, if the person is legit, they're more willing to actually partake in that exchange,
Sure.
because they also know how much fakes
Yeah.
there are now.
yeah.
Right? When anyone
Yeah.
who resists it now, these days, it's just automatic. You just like, okay, well, this can't be real because this person's resisting this now. Like
Yeah.
today, I matched with someone in Russia, so it's like, okay,
Wait,
like
but
You're like,
Yeah.
their internet's down though.
no, yeah, they're that's hilarious. That's true. But their Instagram, she's like, yeah, our Instagram has been like taken down. We can't really do this. But I saw her Instagram and like I saw the OkCupid profile. We went on WhatsApp.
why do you
because
even bother with Russia? Like,
well, dude, when you read a profile and you connect with someone, sometimes you're just gonna entertain it just because you see like it's mutual. Like if someone's willing to give
so
you
this
attention.
is like chatting.
Well, honestly, man, I will say, I said this to Krista too before we went live. If I notice that someone liked me first, like, so any of these apps, if you get a like, even if you don't pay, they'll give you like a hint of someone who likes you, and it's like
Okay.
pixelated. And so I can kind of tell when I've been liked first. And that is enough. And just someone's attention already for someone who read my profile or saw my picture or whatever to be interested in me first gives me an extra little bit of inkling to give it a chance to be like, all right, maybe let's see where this goes and let's just have a chat. And this
So who's
particular
gonna pay
one,
for the flight fare.
I
Go where?
well, not anywhere time soon because they're at war.
You gotta
So
smuggle her in.
so like I saw and we had a high match rate. We had a high match rating, and I thought she was good looking. So I'm like, what's gonna happen if I swipe right? I swiped right and we matched. I'm like, oh, okay then. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. It's nice to match with you. And I thought, actually, I didn't know she was in Russia at the time because her
Don't you have like a don't they set up a range?
yeah, I mine's international now because I hardly match
Oh.
with North Americans. Like it's just
What?
my thing, man. Like
Get the fuck out of here!
I don't really
think
match
they're looking hard enough.
Wait, we gotta hold on, Tom. Fuck, when you said why Russia, I'm like, yo, that's
Yeah.
not
why
racist.
not Russia?
I'm like,
That's-
I'm
that's the
Proszę
question.
proszenia. Dobra, din. No.
She cute though.
No,
she
but,
really,
like,
she
I
really
mean,
nice
like,
looking.
What are the chances of you running into someone from
It's true.
Russia? Like,
It's-
yeah,
it's
like
pretty
I mean, I'd rather meet someone in Toronto or something, or
No,
or
I get it.
than
No,
Russia.
it makes sense.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
that's what I meant.
I'll have it
I know it's
there.
not borders are race, but like, yeah.
But
It's
if
just the way it came out, Tom, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's wrong with Russia?
It wasn't great.
What's wrong with Russia?
yo, and I checked too. Like she's
What's wrong
like
with Russians?
pretty close to Moscow.
Anyway,
Anyway,
is she
with my
for the
people,
war
huh?
or is she against
so
the
what
war?
you're saying in yeah,
That's what you're gonna ask her
dude.
next.
Okay, I was trying to be respectful of that too. I was like, so is this a question I
She-
could ask you, or should we
Is
avoid
she
this
pro
topic?
Putin?
We didn't go into it. We didn't go into it.
No, they're watching your Instagram, bro. You can't do that.
That's
Oh, yeah.
that's probably a
Is she
KGB like
smart not
spy,
to
man.
answer
She's
and
a
say none of your business.
It's a spy.
Nah, we verified in terms of selfies and voice notes. This
When you
person's
guys-
real.
When you
Did
were
she speak
talking,
Russian to you?
No,
she
not
speak
Russian. She had a Russian
Oh.
accent in her English message though. So
that's cute.
Hey, we all have Russian accent. If you know, da. How do you know?
Anyway.
Yo, I got you, F. All you gotta say is be like, proszę proszenia.
no, спасибо.
Spasibo.
Красивая
Proszę proszenia.
Anything is
красивая
possible.
девушка.
Oh, okay.
Ah, I guess so,
Duh.
Gossip, yeah.
Okay. So
Anyway.
you guys are talking about like realizing scammers, and then just like blocking them out. Don't even
Yeah,
talk to them.
I
Like
don't
you know
even
they're
s-
fake.
Yeah.
You know,
Again,
Okay,
another
so you
story.
just-
Yeah.
What do
war
you
is
see?
funny.
Do you see that?
What is this?
So this is my conversation with somebody today when I'm like, yo, send me a selfie of you doing this. And she held
Huh?
back. She's like, I just want her to do this in the selfie. And
Yeah.
So it's live.
so easy. Like, just give me a
Yeah.
selfie. I'm not even asking you to video call me. And then
Yeah.
one of the comments she gave me was like, is your IQ so low? Why don't you just ask me to video call? I'm like, I'm down. That would prove it.
If you can
And
give me
then
a
got
thumbs
into
up.
the whole, yeah, give me this, give me finger hearts, thumbs down, whatever. I just like, give me a
Yeah.
pose to match me.
Yeah.
We talked about the whole like, yo, you don't trust me, and then she wrote something about emotional damage, and then I sent this back to her. Can you guys see it? Oh, it's so funny. And she's
You're
like,
a straight
"You won't-"
guy. You won't make girls happy.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but it was
What?
fun. Like,
Sometimes it's fun to mess with people for sure.
Yeah, no, it turned into just full out trolling another scammer. I'm just like, fuck, come on, just give me the selfie. And they kept going with it. I'm like, this is great.
Okay.
Yep.
Made me happy.
People are vicious.
Can I bring it back to Mike? So are you saying because of our lack of success in the last 6 years, I guess that's what you see because I'm not in a relationship that's been started from the app. I'm not in it right now. So just based on that observation, is that what you're saying apps are just not working? Like it's not successful? Is that what you're basing your recommendation to not be on them anymore? If he's listening.
It's more like what do you count as success? What do you consider success? How would you consider this app as successful for you?
If I match with someone and actually be able to have a conversation and communicate with someone back and forth where it's like we're exchanging like actual intelligent thoughts, I consider that a success because I can go to a bar and not get that. I can go to a climbing or a snowboarding day and spend 6 hours snowboarding and not get that. So it's like,
yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
Well, same thing. Like what you can get something else out of. Like, here's one of my biggest issues when I was single. I remember a time when I was single, and I felt that I would give up a vibe if I was like actively looking for someone. Do you understand what that means?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the minute I like decided to do things more so for myself, I was more likely to draw people towards me.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
rather than me
Can I not do that
look,
on an app?
how? Because you're literally looking around. How?
What? What if I'm not looking? Like
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, Warren's not looking. Like, I mean, he's looking, but he's really just fucking around in the app.
No, I like I said, I've been passive
But there's
about
also,
it.
but there's also this other
there.
thing. Yeah, but there's
okay.
also this other thing. There's
Okay.
there's also this other thing. Because let's say your overarching goal is to find, I don't know, the one, right?
Yeah, it is.
Are you gonna put all your eggs in one basket on this app? Are there other things that you can do that might open you to those avenues? Like
what's eggs in one basket? Oh, what the? Uh-oh.
Post leave. He didn't want to hear it.
Hello?
He didn't want to hear it.
Question dodge. Question dodge.
No,
question.
Discord. No, Discord. Discord
what'd
went
you say?
down.
Evasive maneuvers.
What'd you say?
Discord went down.
Did
Discord
they
went
call
down.
it a pivot?
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again. Discord went down. Discord went down.
I
You were
forgot what I was
asking about
saying.
eggs in one basket.
Eggs in one basket. You were asking about eggs in one basket.
Yeah. What do
So
you mean by eggs in one basket? Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll give you the benefit of, like, this year has been a pandemic, so there really wasn't anything to do but apps, right?
Wait. Stop. Wait. You don't know eggs in one basket? Like the saying?
No.
Go for broke.
I know
Go
what
for
eggs in
broke.
one basket. I'm just saying, how does it apply to apps? Like going eggs in one basket by using apps.
Like what are the ways that let's say you're actively looking for, like, let's say your goal is to meet the one.
Right.
Are there other ways, or are there
I think
other
you're
things?
mistaken in thinking that FJ's got his eggs in one basket. He doesn't. Like he
Yeah,
he
dude,
mentioned
like,
snowboarding. He mentioned
They're
other activities.
everywhere.
When I
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
work, even
not
if
all
I
on the
go,
app.
like I said, like I don't go and like try to hit on girls while I'm working, right? But even if I'm just working and I'm working hard and I'm being a good example of what I should be at professionally, I may not be looking at that at that moment, but I'm sure someone might notice my work ethic or like even like my craft or how good I am at my job, how good I am at like interacting with the client. That's the professional sense. I could do that while at a grocery store interacting with like the grocery, like the cashier. I could do that in a restaurant when I'm interacting with a waiter. Like just being a good person, like just
Waitress.
waiter. Yeah, it's all good. Like I'm just talking about like in terms of how I carry myself on the everyday basis is how I want to portray myself to everyone. Like I'm a good person and I want to show that. The app has my bio and profile and shows all the things that I'm like kind of looking for and all the things who I am to people who might come across it. But putting my eggs in one basket, no, I'm not. That's not the only place I'm looking. I'm always looking. But if I'm going to talk about a sample size, I'm going to see a lot more options in terms of just selection on an
That's
app.
true.
That's all.
I
It's
agree with
just
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're right.
But,
But
I was gonna counter to that because like I think in reality apps are just it's a quick way to get a hello, but obviously physically and being someone with meeting them in reality is gonna be a lot
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Obviously, because you can't date someone over a fucking app.
Challenge accepted.
I mean, I like
Challenge
you can
accepted.
design like you can set up your life to open up the possibility to meet someone.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
why like
Limit myself because
Like,
I'm not. It's not
you
like
don't
I
think you're
am.
limiting you don't think you're limiting yourself?
Like I want to sign up for soccer. I'm looking forward to sign up for soccer once I can again.
Do you
and that's-
think soccer is a really good activity to meet girls?
Well, what's that
Clearly
difference from
not.
climbing? Why is it different from climbing?
I got you beat, Mike. I will have, not to say I have to, I will use the app a lot. Only because if I know the pickings in Lloydminster are small city, 35,000 people, not a whole lot of people here. Everyone's too young for me, or they're too old with kids. It's gotta
Yeah, I
be
mean,
everything in
I get
Saskatoon.
Warren's side because
So-
Warren
okay.
is a hyper busy person. You know, there's really not much time,
In a
and
small town.
his situation is a
Yeah.
very unique situation.
Okay.
I'm offended.
But
So
like I'll
so
give you
I'm not
like
hyper
even
busy.
Krista,
Okay. I
like right now,
guess.
right now, Krista is listing all the activities she's doing, and she feels like you feel like you're still not finding people, right?
Yeah.
But to me, when I hear that, it's like only a matter of time. Or yeah, I mean, there is a chance
Fair
that
enough.
nothing could ever
How is-
happen. You
how
know,
is that
there is a
different from
chance.
FJ?
Only a matter of time. So
How's that different from
is-
FJ? Okay,
how
like
long is
what,
time?
Krista? What are your activities? What are your activities that you like
Right
to do?
now, and boxing and the dog
Well,
park.
how social is the boxing gym?
Pretty social.
Pretty social. Same when you have a dog. I mean, as a guy, like if you have a dog, it's a chick mag. It's really easy to talk to people at the dog park.
Yeah, it is.
All you have to
Yeah.
say is like, "What kind of dog is that?"
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great opener. It's
Yeah.
a great opener.
Literally
So
it.
let's compare that. Let's compare that with what FJ's activities are. What are your activities that you like to do?
So I just snowboard and I work and I play COD. And I'm on YouTube. I mean, I am accessible if people watch my stuff, they could potentially comment if they wanted, or Facebook.
Yeah,
or
but you could
whatever.
design like
You're going out tomorrow, right?
So you want me to are you saying that I'm limiting myself because I'm not doing more activities, but instead I'm choosing to swipe more and send messages on apps? Like it's
So I
Like, is
think,
that
Mike,
cutting me
you're in a
short?
situation where you're not in a role to be able to like compare situations, because again, on your side, you kind of have to trust that people are playing their cards the best way they know how. It's one thing to like to explain your own experience, but then obviously every situation can be different. Everyone has different not problems, but like they have different situations. Obviously with me, physically, geographically, it's a problem, but you know, like you have to trust that everyone else is playing their cards in the best way they know. I appreciate that you have your opinion of how things worked out for you, and it's something to look into for somebody else that hasn't had that situation, because you know what, if that's how you did it, I'd be down to try it. Let's go find a climbing gym, or let's go put myself in that situation that you've described for yourself. I'm down.
You have
But
a girlfriend, right?
that's as far as you go.
yeah.
yeah, Mike has a girl.
The one
No, like I
that's
get it.
asking about
Yeah.
the dishes.
I
and shit.
totally
Yeah,
get
right.
it.
I
You
remember.
play
Yeah.
your cards. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
And from
So-
anyone else's point of view, you have to trust that everyone else is playing their cards as well. You can provide the kind of like, oh, I played this card though. You should you should go check it
Okay.
out. And then
But
Well, I'm not trying to like. I understand. Like
Based on the
I don't wanna
line of-
push climbing on FJ. Obviously.
No, I
No.
don't. We tried. Not that we tried that venue, but I mean that it was offered earlier. But what I gather from your line of questioning, comparing Krista's scenario of boxing and dog, and then the following question was, FJ, what have you been doing? This was a direct comparison in terms of like my like in-person social interactions. You're comparing me with Krista and success rates, right? So it's like, why else would I have this difficulty with meeting people? Because I think your point was I'm still focusing on apps to be able to meet people. Is that what you were trying to get
And
to?
it's like, do you force yourself into a situation like an activity that you're not really into, like just to meet someone, or
You're going out tomorrow, right?
Well, I'm not asking.
Right, yeah.
I have
You know what you got to
work,
do tomorrow? You got to
What's
get some
that?
fucking phone numbers.
but- well, that's not
not-
my thing,
Well,
right?
I'm
That's
not-
my thing.
I'm not worried about. I'm not okay.
No, seriously.
Tomorrow is something that I'll do. It's not on the
Yeah.
regular. It's not like
Exactly.
a reg. Like the thing is, I'm sure it's gonna be fun, but it's not a method that I would say is an effective way to find someone meaningful. Like it, yeah. There's exposure.
Try it.
No, I'm gonna, because I have, and
Yeah.
I've tried that, and
Tried
it's been great.
Yeah.
But the interaction, like for that to produce something of meaning is a low success rate.
What kind of
Okay.
bar is this?
What I like what I like about apps, Mike, the reason why I think apps are more valuable than going to an activity based like experience is because for those who take the time to actually express themselves in their bio, to like actually speak about themselves, I know that up front. I don't need to ask all those questions with a total stranger that I first need to be in, like, first of all, attracted to be able to ask first, like to have the interest to ask someone these questions. I have to be attracted to them first, right? And like, I go, let's say, to a sample size of 100 people at a gym or a soccer field or a climbing gym or whatever it is, the experience. But if I'm not attracted to any of them, what am I gonna? I'm not gonna force myself to talk to somebody that I'm not into. So, but if I get
There's gotta be
100,
one or two attractive
no,
people.
maybe. But you know what?
It's
They
a
probably
gym.
have a boyfriend there with them, or they probably
Maybe.
already are in a relationship, or maybe they're married, or maybe they're not. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm not there. The purpose of the gym was not to meet someone single. It's to climb. That's the focus. Like
Yeah.
whatever it is, like it's the activity. I get that. So when I'm snowboarding, my focus when I'm going snowboarding is that, all right, let's look at all the hot snowboarders and hopefully some of them are single. No, I want to snowboard and enjoy myself, and if it happens, it happens. But the intent, in an app, everyone's looking for somewhat the same thing. Now that's changed over the years. Like, certain people are looking for different things, and you can find that out. But at least you can even still categorize someone who's looking for short-term, long-term friends, whatever, or that, or even just that, the physical thing. So at least you can filter out those if you really wanted to, and I do. Like my profile used to say, new friends, short-term, long-term, hookups. I used to have all of the categories. Now it just says long-term. It just says long-term because that's what I want to portray. Like, if someone comes across my profile and like, this guy's only looking for long-term, well, that's what I want them to know, because that's what I'm looking for.
You know what though? Even though, like, that's what dating is though, right? Even though you want to find something long term, you're not really going to be sure until you're dating. You know, maybe date this girl, didn't work out. You know, you got to be dating.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
apps
no.
versus, I was gonna say apps versus IRL, pros and cons to each of their own, like Tom said. Yeah.
Oh man,
whatever.
IRL is the best because, like, if
What's
there is
IRL?
in real life, like
Oh,
in real life,
Reality?
if you connect with someone chemistry wise in real life, there is nothing stopping you at that point.
Mhm.
But if you connect with someone in an app, there's still
Like-
way
like-
more steps.
there's-
There's
there's
way
so
more
much-
steps.
How much connection? Like, I
Wait,
think
what?
connection
Oh,
and
age?
apps are very. Connection and apps are very. What's the word I'm looking for?
Superficial?
It's not very clear. It's like it's very, you know,
Yeah, it
like-
takes more effort to
because
vet
like you
them.
never physically talked to them, you never physically heard them, you never physically.
There's always going to
Seeing
be
them.
that level of like
Yeah.
lack of trust.
Like, it's-
There's always going to be like, I don't know
Yeah.
if you're actually what you
Yeah.
say you are.
There's
Yeah.
there's a bit more of that like verification stage where you gotta like vet them and be like, all right, let's make sure first that this person's real before you start actually making investments in like
Do you want to?
trust and placing
Do
trust.
you want to?
So there's a lot more vetting online than there is in reality.
Of course, yes.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
But
Here's
reality
okay.
is-
Let me bring up a nice point about doing something like an activity.
Right.
Another pro. You get to meet people that are like the chances of you get to meet people in the local area. That's one.
Oh yeah, no,
Like
dude.
why would I
I want that.
why would I put the apps on international if I'm not like, what are the chances of this
dude,
Russian person gonna work out?
That's exactly the thing. If I am not matching with someone locally, I'm gonna go out and like spend time and money and resources to on an activity, let's say, if my focus is to meet somebody, but I'm not matching with people locally. And I'm gonna think now, me putting myself in this scenario now, this activity-based in real life experience, that I'm gonna feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a way better chance of meeting someone this way.
Do you think
why would
that
I?
everyone is on the apps? Do you think all girls
No.
are quality girls that are on the apps?
No, but I bet you a lot of single ones
No.
are. But I bet you a lot of
there's enough.
single ones are. The ones who aren't
Not
single,
necessarily
yeah, they're
single.
not on the
I
apps,
don't know, man.
bro.
I don't know,
Not
man. There's a
necessarily
lot of
single.
single girls out there that don't do apps, and
Okay,
there's a lot of bullshit in apps that girls want to avoid.
you're right.
Do
No,
we
no,
have-
I
Yeah.
agree with that. So do you know them?
Hook us up.
How many do you know?
Hey, man, if I found a girl, I would have tried. And if it
Exactly.
didn't
You
work
don't even
out-
know any. That's what I'm... Sure, there are.
Hey,
They
man,
exist,
yo,
but where are
okay,
they?
You know I tried. You just didn't show up.
Oh, what? That's
I mean-
snowboarding day, man? Nah, that's not. No, that doesn't count, bro. Like,
Okay, whatever.
You're-
You know what?
you're living
You
in
got the
Newmarket,
chance.
right?
Time's not there.
Mike?
what's that?
You're in
Brampton.
Newmarket, right? No, wait. Or
Brampton.
Markham.
I'm in
Brampton,
Markham.
Brampton.
I'm in Markham.
Oh,
Mike's
you're
in
in
Brampton.
Markham.
Mike's in
Do you have
Brampton.
any posses you roll with around there physically? You don't. Nobody there.
No, everyone's
don't
out
know
west.
anybody there, you
Even,
know?
like,
Everyone's out west.
when we're talking about trying to find a, like, it's so weird because FJ is talking about how his chances are better on an app.
No,
But you're
dude.
literally telling me
If you're talking
you're
about
not-
that snowboarding day specifically, I
No,
asked
I'm
you,
not-
is
okay.
she single? And you're like, I
don't
don't
know.
know. I'm like, what the, how do
I
you
don't
say you
know.
tried there? How can you possibly say you tried to set me up there if you didn't even know if she was single? That doesn't count.
Hey, man,
just-
I would take a chance is a chance.
Opposite of a wingman.
I'm like, what the fuck,
Hey,
dude?
I just wanted to.
It's like, FJ, get on this plane, and then you just quietly put a pipe bomb into the engine.
Well, you don't know. At least
I
at least
specifically
he's let us
asked, I was
know. At
like,
least he's let-
yo, my friend's going, but we're busy. Like, we're gonna be busy
The activity
teaching, so
worked
she's
out.
gonna be on her own. I was like, well, okay, maybe I'd consider it. Is she single? I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
like,
well,
what the
'cause I don't.
fuck?
Okay, because I don't want to ask. Like, okay, what would it look like if I asked her if she was
That
single?
you're trying to
And
hook us
then- and then
up.
I'm bringing this.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
but yeah, but
Straight up.
okay,
Mhm.
yeah, but
What's
remember
wrong
how
with
I was
that?
talking about before? There's an issue. There's a kind of pressure that happens when you
Mhm.
sort of set up a blind date.
You're right.
Fuck yeah, we're just
You're
talking
right.
about that.
I'm ready for it.
Just have a
Yeah,
have
but
a
do you
night
think
out.
do you think
Say,
she's
yeah,
ready
go like
for
my
it?
boy.
If she
Okay,
wasn't,
let's
then
get
we're
it
not
done.
on the same page, man. We're not on the same boat.
See that?
Exactly.
Okay, there's so many
But
issues.
like that could
with this
happen
that
too
I
on an
don't- I
app,
don't
even
wanna
though you
deal
do
with it.
match too. Obviously.
I'm just saying. Okay, I can't. I'm just saying that
But anyway,
example
if we
doesn't
can-
count.
If we
But
can,
anyway,
yeah, okay, let's
Yeah.
sure, let's brush that off. But
Yeah.
if we go back to the point of you considering dating apps as successful, but when you're telling me you're not matching with anyone local,
yeah. Yeah.
would you consider like?
But hey, it doesn't mean I closed off local. You know, I just expanded radius, but that means I'm
Yeah.
still open to local. People can still
Yeah.
find
Gotta be
me,
some
and I
people
still
out there.
swipe local too. Like I still see Toronto people that I'll swiped with,
I have no issue with that.
but like, no. But I'm,
I
what
have
I'm
no
trying to
issue with
say,
that.
what I'm trying to say is, it doesn't mean that I'm not looking local anymore. It
No,
just
I-
means
I-
I've
I get
opened
it.
it up. That's all.
There's no there's no problem with trying to find people locally, but
Mhm.
there's like time invested in that app where you could put it.
that I can.
Hey,
Sorry.
You could do something else with that time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
So,
dude.
like,
but like,
how long
what?
you been
How
in
much?
Markham?
How much time do you think I'm spending on these apps? When I say 5 minutes a day, it's not 2 hours to go out to do an activity and spending money and driving somewhere. It's like 5 minutes a day.
It's a weird comparison because you're
Well,
spending money on
you know
this
what?
app,
In reality,
but
you
you
have to
can
spend-
also spend money to meet real
Oh,
people.
I'm not spending money on
Yeah.
the app. I'm not spending money on the app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You-
So,
How long you been in Markham?
2 years. Two years.
Yeah, you got to get yourself. I didn't. You got to you got to find a posse there, man.
I
People to hang out with.
I don't want to have a Markham posse.
Why not?
sorry, I left.
Yeah, it would have been more, but that's
But people know people, and that's how you meet other people if
Yeah.
you're looking for a circle of friends.
Yeah.
That's all.
Even if you meet
'Cause
like a girl and
somebody out there knows a hot girl.
yeah, even if you meet a person and it
I'm
doesn't work
sure,
out, if
dude.
you stay with a
Yeah.
friend, they have other friends or
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I got you
Virgie.
all. I've got
Dude,
you
I've been
all.
on dates.
Are you ready?
I don't know if you knew that, but I'm going on dates locally too.
Are you ready for this?
I don't tell you
Okay, I'm
guys,
ready.
but like
Singles
know,
for
bro.
Christ.
singles are Christ.
Oh man.
No, thank you.
Everyone knows.
Singles for Christ.
Maybe
Singles for
maybe
Christ.
before 28, but no, I don't. I don't want to look for that.
I can't wait for this. The no mask mandate ends after this weekend. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna rumble, man. Like I said,
Rumble.
I don't do the Tinder date apps. It's been 4 years and I've suffered through this pandemic. I've had to dig
Suffered.
deep in the recycling bin to find some fun, and I did it. I'm not ashamed to say it, But
Look, if I'm
I'm-
into something, all of you know like how obsessive I get in terms of an interest that I'm into. Yeah, the pandemic, there's not a lot of things I could have been into that I could actually partake in. It's changing now. I'm gonna be hopefully come back into basketball, hopefully come back into soccer, but I'm not gonna start a new interest with the intent of like exposing myself to find someone, because that's not the genuine intent of actually being interested in something. Like if I want to be interested in something, maybe I take on golf or something, or running or tennis or whatever.
But
Then
okay,
that's the focus, right?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I
Throwing
get it. but-
climbing into my new activity, but the idea was so you can meet people, but that's not what my intent was. Like if I want to be into something, I want to like something, so
I know.
I'll do
But
that.
you can. But okay, first of all, we're not asking you to go climb.
No,
I'm
no,
just
I
like,
know.
You
It's
can
over.
design.
That
You can
part's done.
choose. You can choose an activity
Uh-huh.
that you like
Yeah.
that also opens you up to social activity.
Yeah.
So
Am I
always-
not doing that? Are you saying I'm not doing that? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not. Did I say you're not doing that?
Okay, I'm just making sure
just
you
saying
know
you
that
can.
I'm not
I'm just
doing
saying you
that.
can.
Like, okay, yeah, I can do that.
Because you bring
yeah.
up soccer, and that sounds great. I don't know what the chances are of meeting a girl. in
Yeah, I
soccer,
don't know.
but-
It hasn't worked in the past, but I could always
Yeah,
keep it
well,
open. But whatever.
right? Like, it's just like if you look at what your activities are in life, and you have the overarching goal of meeting someone, you can set it up that way.
Yeah, but what if the activities that I like don't foster a really
You don't
high...
think you can find an activity that can?
So is the goal to find an activity to find someone, or is the goal to just be interested in something and then I might find someone in the process? What's
build
the
the
goal?
bridge.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
build
the goal.
bridge.
That's the goal.
But because I don't want to start an activity just for the sake of meeting somebody. Do you get that?
no, yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I understand. But if I were to think right now, like, oh, I want to start an activity, but my overarching goal is to meet the woman of my dreams, am I gonna be like, let's start golf?
No, it's not gonna be that. You know what I want to start? I want to
Golfing's
start
fun,
going
man.
to like
Golfing's the shit.
Toronto Symphony Orchestras. I kind of want to go to concerts like that. That's my new
I mean,
activity that'll probably
well,
be
that,
this year.
That is what I'm trying to get at. Like,
I think
I'm just saying climbing is a good example.
what
but
he's
I'm not
trying to say
saying-
is, right, you got to be part of a group, of a culture, and then
No.
know?
The primary thing is you have to like what you're doing, because you're
Yeah.
not genuine if your intent is something else outside of the interest.
I agree.
That's
with
why it's worked in the past for me, and whatever I've met people like. Dance was a huge thing for me because I was so obsessed with dance. Like this, I was teaching it, I was pursuing it as a career, I was trying to earn and like being professional, and I met people through that industry because they
dance
saw
tomorrow,
me.
man, in the
They
bar.
yeah, but that's not my focus anymore, dude. Like that's not. You're missing
No,
the point.
dance in the bar tomorrow. Chicks will see you.
Yeah, but you're missing the point. What I'm saying is the genuine interest and intent and focus on something is what sells me as genuine to other people who might be interested in the same thing. So climbing is a good example because one, Dan loves climbing, Mike loves climbing. So they're going to meet people who are going to see their dedication to that craft and appreciate and respect it. So that's why interests work. But for me to start an interest with the sole intent to find someone is different. And I'm not going to do that. And I've refused to do that. So I've resorted to apps because my full bio and profile exemplifies who I am. Like, I'm being very transparent in who I describe myself to be. And I can come across to someone and they might see that and that might resonate with them. And that's what I'm looking for. And if it just so happens that I'm attracted back to them and it's reciprocated, great. Yes, when I'm on the apps, I end up just swiping on people I find attractive because that's how it starts.
So,
And
but
then I
in
go
the
from there.
meantime, tomorrow you're gonna be out in the bar. Show your dance moves and fucking grab a waist, and it's something, anything.
Maybe I might show some moves.
Like, do people dance at this bar? Is there music? What kind of bar is this?
Yeah, there's a DJ at 10. It'll be
I don't
Okay, man, then
remember.
fucking just dance. I swear to God,
Oh, we've been
you're
missing
a
out
better
on
dancer
chat.
than I am. If you
Yeah,
start
no,
dancing,
there's been quite a bit
people
of
will
chat.
look at you. Girls will look at you.
Yeah,
You're
but
gonna meet
dude,
some-
not. It's different now, man. It's not like
It
it's
is
not the
different.
same.
You don't know how is
it's
it
not
different now?
Because I've been there, dude. Sure, yeah, I can be out there, and yeah, they
where's
can
this bar?
notice,
This bar's
and
in
then like, oh,
Mississauga,
how
right?
old are you? And they're like, they ask me how old I am, and they're like, oh, and then it changes everything.
But
It
isn't this a
changes
different night?
everything.
Is it a Friday again? When was last time? you were
Yeah,
there?
it'll be Friday. Both times have
Oh,
been
so it's
Friday.
the same- it's the
Let me
same
read
people?
chat. Let me catch up on chat. So Kyle says I like the poker analogy. Dede said, not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but back then the goal was always the numbers game for me. Even if I wasn't super attracted, didn't really stop me because I got to meet their friends. Kyle says, I'm
See?
having fun meeting
Oh.
gym girls, but I also
Yeah.
doubt any will go anywhere. But it's still fun talking, Dede says.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if I told you guys this, but when I first moved here, I didn't know anybody and went to 3 different Korean churches on Sundays. And you know
So
my view on
bro.
religion.
Yeah,
Kyle
there you go.
says,
Goes
wow.
for Christ,
So in the
bro.
poker
Oh my
analogy,
God, that's
Dede
like that-
bluffed.
Boys in the Hood. You
Kyle
guys watch
says-
Boys in the Hood?
Kyle says, so
You know
in
we
the
gotta go
poker
meet
some-
analogy, Dede bluffed.
Yeah.
And then Ryan says, I was a TSO subscriber for over a decade. I wouldn't say meeting people at the orchestra is a good one. It's great if you love the symphony, though. I do love the
There are
symphony. Like, I want to get into that. Okay, and Dede says, it worked like a charm, Kyle. And Alex just laughed. Okay.
I
All
mean,
right.
there are some good looking women at church, man. I
I
admit
should
that.
start going back to church.
I should go to
Chris.
bring the Lord back into my life.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
And then they find out
Oh,
I'm
there's
atheist.
church,
Oh,
boxing,
shit.
dance.
Yeah.
There's all.
No,
there's
seriously, dude. Like, I mean, like
opportunities.
being in
I'm
markups
not like
is-
discouraged. Here's the thing.
take
Yes.
advantage of.
We're talking
the
about
markup.
dating. We're talking about the frustrations of these experiences. But at the same time, I'm being patient about it. I'm not like losing hope here. I'm not being like pessimistic. I still feel optimistic it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. It just wasn't meant to happen yet, and that's
I'm
fine.
offended. Don't loop me into any frustration.
You know,
This has been
like-
fun.
We're all human, right? So yeah.
I'm frustrated.
What
Like I
frustration?
haven't had a girlfriend in like
I'm
2 years. so
sexually frustrated.
there's no way I was gonna wait 2 years to get some. No, I'm gonna get some. Like I'm being honest. I'm not waiting
Yeah,
just to have
no.
a girlfriend. No.
Some people
Yeah.
are totally down for that kind of experience,
oh, yeah.
exchange only, and
Oh,
that's
like,
fine.
That's
You
just
know,
in the meantime.
Yeah, like I it's funny
Your
enough
mission.
in the last month. What I've been
You got some play?
I've been on a couple dates,
Oh.
and I mean that's all I'm willing to share, and it's just it was nice enough to understand like I think people's demeanor now with the change, with the probably lift of restrictions, with like 2022 now it's a new year. I think people are going to be more open to meeting. I would like to say for anyone watching, push that a little sooner than maybe you might have in the past, because you might not have that opportunity if you just wait too long. Take advantage of the people that people are a bit more hopeful for this year, and yeah, go out and meet people, see that chemistry up front. I'm trying.
Don't wait too long. That's for sure.
Like I do think I have confidence in my chat game. I have confidence in my texting
No,
game.
man, you have a good
But-
dancing game, man. You get out there and you
Yeah,
make
but
chicks look at
dude,
you.
all I need to do is link a YouTube video and an Instagram
Yeah,
thing,
but
and they're
the
like,
chicks
"Oh, you
can't grab
dance?"
over the screen,
Yes,
man.
I
They
do.
can't touch you in the screen.
Yeah.
They can touch you in the bar.
Yeah, okay. Well, they could do that after when they decide to meet me after they fall in love with my voice, listening to me sing.
There you go. Oh.
Why make that face?
Or
Do you, man? I appreciate the
see,
confidence.
I mean, that shit happens
That's
sometimes.
your
It
confidence
does
right
happen
there. You
sometimes.
could sing, you could dance. You got to let the physical world see that, not the
Yeah,
fucking
but
internet
here's the
world.
thing. It's different when you're like at an age where it's like it's not your focus anymore. It's
Dude,
diff-
I'm fucking
when
46.
I was
don't
younger
matter.
and I sang and danced, I wanted to make something of myself as a singer and a dancer, and that
Yeah.
resonates. But now
Yeah.
I understand it was a part of my life that it was fun, and I still have the talent, but it's not my focus. I'm not gonna sell myself and be pretentious and be like, "Yeah, look, I sing and dance," and then I never do it. I never actually do it in my everyday life because it's not part of my life anymore.
But
you
you
know,
could dance for that one special.
in the bedroom
That's right.
when I play pony.
No, honestly, you know what? I've noticed since you moved to Markham, that's when you said that your game's dropped because there's nobody around you.
What do you mean
You don't got a
game?
home. You don't.
I didn't ever
you got
say
no
my game
posse.
dropped. I got game.
You got game?
Yo, my KD is 1.36.
Oh fuck.
Speaking about religion, I will say I'm a born again virgin.
Oh,
It's been 8
The-
years, bro.
You're
I've
the
been single
Virgin
for 8
Prince.
years.
You're the
My choice.
Virgin
It's been
Prince,
good.
dude. Oh shoot, you've been
Yeah,
single
it's-
for 8 years?
Yeah, dog. Oh no, it's been 10. Oh, 8.
But
Eight,
not
eight, 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 eight.
abstinent.
May I ask? Nah, I don't want to ask. I won't ask.
Warren's been too busy, yo.
No, I wouldn't even say it's like he chose to be busy so he can't focus on. His priorities.
Why
were
don't
on
you
the-
just ask me?
Oh, I was just be like, you said virgin,
You're
so
just
it's
gonna
like
assume something.
so like,
No.
is that like that's 8 years with no sex?
Correct.
no,
What?
but that's
Does
with a
that include? Isn't that what they call an incel? Oh no, that's an involuntary celibate. Okay,
Oh
never
my
mind.
god! How do you even?
But you still gotta. You're lying, man. You're lying. You're lying.
No, literally.
no, but that doesn't include masturbation.
Well, yeah, first girlfriend. First girlfriend.
And then your second one.
Yeah. Threesome.
Oh man,
You got two penises.
that's rough.
Is it rough?
I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
I thought a
if-
few months was rough.
I'll be
Like,
back.
Yeah, no,
you just gotta read the
yeah.
chat, Krista.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, regardless, yeah, that's whew, yeah. No.
Okay, now Day-Day's laughing.
No words.
Krista feels so uncomfortable. I feel so bad for you. It's
For me?
okay. I'm fine. You have to
Are
cringe for me.
you? Are you actually
I mean,
Are you sure it
It's been
still
8
works?
fun?
do I still work?
Well, yeah, for one person only. Well, you know what happens when you get out there and somebody else wants it.
We'll find out soon.
Well, you know what? It doesn't even matter. They got pills for that thing, so it
The
don't
girl
matter.
from Russia.
Blue Chew, baby.
The girlfriend from Russia, yeah.
Duh.
You know what I was just thinking though? They have fucking mail order brides from Russia. Why not just pay for a sure thing?
They're
Yeah,
they're
you could save a
stuck in
lot of
Russia. What are you talking
subscription
about?
fees. You could save a lot of money.
They're not allowed
you
to
say-
leave the country anymore, bro.
Well, not right now, but didn't they have like Russian mail order brides? Wasn't that a thing?
I have no idea. I never dabbled.
Russian mail order brides. You get what you pay for.
MAIL, right?
That's right. Mail order. I know this one dude that married a fucking Latina fucking, and he was an ugly dude, but he told me straight up, yeah, this is like a mail order bride, and she was the hottest fucking thing ever. God damn. She was loyal. Because he paid for her family and all that stuff. Like, he wasn't going to meet anybody even on Tinder.
I'll look into that.
Yeah, mail order bride. Like, this dude was pretty
Good.
ugly.
Yo, that's
Like,
90 Day
But
Fiance.
a nice guy. Like, he was, you know how
Yeah.
somebody says, I want you, like, I should hook you up with my friend. He's a nice guy. You're like,
Yeah, but that's
that don't
me.
work.
No, like
God.
you know.
I am the.
It's the worst thing to
He's
say.
such a virgin.
I
You
know.
like, he's a nice
You're-
guy. Like, okay, what's wrong with him?
Is there a 90-day return policy on those?
Yeah.
KP, imagine 8 years. Fuck
Oh,
off.
Oh, he's been
Long
single
guy.
for 8 years. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Oh my god.
And nobody wants to hear that, right? If you're
Yeah,
gonna get
you don't
hooked
want
up
to.
with
You
someone,
don't want to
I'm a nice
sell
guy.
somebody like that. Yeah. No, but
You're gonna-
everyone. A lot of my friends in other circles. Well, you guys too. No, mainly other circles. They'll say it's like you're too nice. They say I'm too nice.
Yeah,
I
you
get
need
that a
little
lot.
edge.
Yeah,
You gotta swear a little bit more. You gotta fucking drink.
yeah, but
fucking
Why do
season
you why do you
shit.
get that a lot?
why do I get that a lot? Apparently, it's like I don't know. I'm like, what's the word? I'm considerate of people. Like
See,
I listen to
didn't
people and I
Krista
talk to
just say
people and
there's
I don't
something
like.
about the bad boy?
Yeah, we said that
fucking-
earlier. We said that
No,
earlier.
I'm not gonna say that.
I
You know,
get, I
sometimes,
get a
you know,
lot
like-
of the too nice things, man. Like people say.
You know, sometimes you say like, "Can I help you?" That no, just say like, "Pick it up yourself."
Yeah,
So
but
they like you.
I wouldn't do that. I would be like,
no.
"All right."
Oh my god.
Yo,
At least we
girl,
got
I could use a
contrasting.
sandwich right now, girl. What's good? I'm gonna chill right here, but
Day
I
just
need
said,
a
"Wow, Tom, you're an
sandwich."
asshole."
Yo, I
Nah,
held the
like-
door open for you last time. Your turn to hold this door open, bitch.
I feel like
Get a little edgy.
because of like I guess the shit I've been through and the shit I've chosen to like, you know, go like to therapy and like better myself and personal development.
Yeah.
Because I put a lot of like effort in trying to be a better person, I kind of want the other person to be a better person too, like who's put the same amount of effort and like thought into themselves. And that's rare in itself, you know, like
Yeah.
so that's hard. It's hard to find somebody.
That's an interesting concept. I was just wondering, like, so are you cheating yourself when you're doing something just because you know they like it? You know, like I wear this and I that. Is that not being yourself? I'm gonna wear this shirt because I know chicks like it, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you're doing something that you may
Yeah.
not necessarily do, but you're
the thing
doing
is,
it
I don't-
because it attracts girls.
But I don't-
Is that cheating yourself?
But I don't do that. Like, do you
Yeah.
do that?
No, I don't think so. But I don't know. I never really thought about.
Like,
it.
I don't think I would
Like,
wear
I'm not-
something
I
that
don't think
I
I'm
don't
fake.
want to
I don't think
wear,
I'm
but I
fake.
know
Yeah, that's the
girls
word, right?
like it.
Fake.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Like,
can't find
pretentious.
something-
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
find you can't find something that you want to wear and that girls like.
That's what I
So
mean.
like, you
I
know,
just
if
wear what
you
I want to
think
wear.
that-
You gotta
if
resort
people
to the
think
one
you're
that
too
only girls
nice-
like.
If people think you're too nice and you're fine with being nice, then fuck them. You know, who cares?
Yeah, I was
Just
like,
be
I don't want to
yourself.
be. I don't want to be with
Yeah,
someone who
be
thinks I'm
yourself.
too nice. It's like, well, fuck
Yeah.
you. It's like,
Yeah.
be like, all right, I'm too nice for you, man. Like, get out of
Yeah.
here.
You gotta find those girls that have given up on finding the nice girl. Guys, they're out there. I got a lot of gal passing. I'm tired of looking for the nice guys. They're not there.
The thing is,
They're
it's
out
finding the perfect balance of everything that you're looking for in one is pretty impossible. It's
No,
impossible.
man.
I think
It's
it
not
goes both ways, though.
Possible.
No, you can't. Like, remember your list, Krista? I mean, I know it
Yeah.
doesn't exist anymore, but you had that
It's
list.
still there.
It's still there in
Life
your
is
head.
There's
But
there's
do
still a
you
lot of
think-
life to live.
Is it really like what's the word?
Viable?
Not viable, but like, is it reasonable to think one person has all those traits that you'll be attracted to and connect with?
Do yeah.
So
they have to
your
have all of
soulmate,
them?
the soulmate, right?
Do they have to
Yeah.
have all of them? They have to have
All of
all of them.
them.
They can't be like 9 out of
Yeah.
10. Oh.
I think
You don't want to settle.
it's possible.
Why
They're
I think
like-
it's I think
they're
it's
like,
possible to
you
find
know,
someone
like-
that has some kind of trait that is not on your list.
Yeah,
that
like
surprises you.
What? Sorry, what?
like
Like in a good way or in a bad way?
in a good way. In a good
Oh,
way.
in a good way.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like a surprise.
For sure.
Because some people
oh my
really
God.
don't know what they
Yeah.
want.
And I feel like there are some like non-negotiables, and there are some like, oh, okay, well, I could deal with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
But, like,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like anti-vax. Ugh.
Anti-vax, or are you fucking
Yeah.
left? Or do you vote left? Do you vote right? Are you a smoker?
I
Yeah,
have an
imagine that was the
option.
first question.
I have an
I'm a
option.
leftist.
Are you? No. Well, it's on there. You can choose your like political stance.
Yeah,
But-
I tell everybody right away, I smoke.
The
I
vax.
don't need to fucking.
The
lie about
vax
that
thing is
shit.
there now, but I still choose to leave it blank because I don't want
I
to.
could date an anti-vaxxer or a non-vaxxer. I mean, like, are people really that fucked up? Like, I don't
It's
know.
not even gonna
Like,
matter next year.
Would you-
I don't
would
know.
you date
At
a-
the start
would
of
you
the
date a-
pod, you sounded like you maybe wouldn't.
Would you date
I
a
would.
Putin supporter?
Why not? I don't care. What does
Okay.
it matter?
You
Like,
don't care. Okay.
People are different. Like, if someone from Russia is for Putin, who cares? You
Right.
know, like in
'Cause-
Russia, if you say you're against Putin, they're gonna kill you. So like, you
All
know,
right.
like
Oh, question. What's more important to you of the three things? Physical attraction, religious or like faith beliefs, or political beliefs? Rank those three in terms of priority importance? Physical
Ooh.
attraction, political
Wow.
stance,
I mean,
or
I'll be
religious
shallow on this
stance?
one. Physical for sure, and then political and religion. There you go.
I
So-
think, yeah,
okay.
I think physical attraction has to be there, and
It's
then
number one.
Yeah.
Okay.
religion, and then political.
And then
We're all
political.
sinners anyway, right? So whatever. So I
Physical
as long as
and
I say it,
physical.
yeah,
They went physical and physical.
yeah.
matter.
Let's get physical.
Yeah, I mean, you say that.
Are you gonna take that seriously?
In long term, in long run, like so you're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm really physically attracted, but does the others not have like some kind of equal weight where you're like, okay, no, I can't, like this
But you
person's
don't
like
see that right away.
pure communist, or yeah, but if you find
Right,
out,
yeah.
You gotta get past the door, and nobody
Yeah.
goes around pinching women's heads because they're smart. Like I'm
Yes.
looking at that girl, she looks smart over there. Or look at that, like we don't do that. We just say that girl's hot. Let's go talk to her.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right,
find
like
out.
I'm not
Yes.
gonna be like,
Yeah.
super attracted to this guy, but like his beliefs don't align with mine. Like it's not gonna work out.
Well,
But
okay,
I
What
do
if he's
think
super
that the
attractive?
physical
No,
attraction
you-
needs to be there first.
hold on, you
It's
see him
what gets you
wearing
to the door. It's your
Krista, you
invite.
see a hot guy, a guy that you think is hot, and he has a MAGA hat on, and he says pro-Trump in his bio. Do you swipe right or left?
Left.
Okay, but I thought you said
Trump, right
physical
there.
physical was first over political. Why did you swipe
Yeah,
left?
that's first. Like that needs to
Yeah.
be there first.
First.
And
Physical's
then the
primary.
other thing
The
needs
physical is
to be
very
there.
primary.
Okay,
It's
so
a
it is-
small part.
It is of equal kind of weight though in terms of
Yeah.
the choosing factor.
Yeah.
So like if
Yeah.
someone aligned with you politically but is ugly, you're not gonna swipe right up that guy either. Okay, I know it. I
No.
know it. That's not what I was
Like,
asking. But
Let's put it this way. It'd be the same thing. I could meet the hottest fucking girl, but if she sucks in bed, it's over.
I'm still gonna swipe right though.
Yeah, I'll still swipe
Yeah,
right. If she
that's the
sucks
thing.
in bed, that's
You
it.
don't know yet.
Oh, okay, you
Yeah.
don't know yet.
We don't know
But
yet.
what
We
if
don't
she
know.
wrote she's super hot? She's super hot. But she writes like I'm not into like sexual things and I don't like it's like
So what are you trying to look hot for?
but no, but she's good looking. Let's just say she's just physically really good looking, but she's just not into like sexual experiences and she writes that down. You still
then
swipe
I'm
right?
That's okay. Thanks for not wasting my time.
I would
I-
still swipe right because she's hot.
I thought that any girl that
Oh my
sucks
god, really?
in bed is a
Yes.
win.
Wait, anyone what?
No,
What?
man. You know who are the
Oh
really
my
good ones are the
God.
quiet ones. The ones that you don't think they are. Oh man.
Wait, did you catch that, F?
I know I
that-
didn't. Can you say that again?
Anyone that sucks in
Seriously?
bed is a keeper.
Yes, okay.
Mr. 8 years.
I know
Why
enough.
you keep bringing that
that
up?
she's a keeper. I'm not even offended.
The
It's
title
true.
of this YouTube video will be 8 years of celibate.
I'm not even like the longest case, am I?
No,
Maybe.
you can't be.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
like 40-year-old versions.
Am I the longest case in my friend group?
True.
I mean, the priests are supposed to be.
No,
I don't
but
know.
you know what though? It's not like there's a difference from like if you keep trying and you keep failing versus
Yeah.
not trying.
Like
Yeah.
if you choose to, then yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely chose not to have a girlfriend for 8 years. Like legit, just wanted me time, and it's been fun.
Yeah.
I'm contemplating just fuck. I'll be single forever because I can do all the shit that I need to do and do all the shit.
Do what
that
you
I
got to
wanna
do, man. As long as it doesn't
yeah.
bother other people, right?
See, I told you.
Well, that's the thing. See,
Give me face.
you can get through pretty long with certain things. You know, you get through for quite a
And
while.
everybody has a different threshold. So
It's not like he did.
You just gotta cut some of your ribs off or something.
Some ribs.
autofellatio.
Yo, I'm flexible, dog.
You don't need
I'm
the
just
rib
saying.
removal, Joe.
Oh,
Like,
God.
I'm flexible, dog.
Are you guys too young for the movie Kids?
Stop.
Nah, we all know. Well, I
Remember
know
Kids, where the guy
anyway.
died breaking his neck? Well, he's not right. He died. His
It's
broke
like,
his neck trying
oh,
to suck his own dick.
but he made it though. Wasn't
But he
that
made
Clerks?
balls
Wasn't
rested on
that
his lips.
Clerks? I
Yeah,
thought that was
Clerks.
Clerks. It was
Yeah.
Clerks. It wasn't Kids. I thought you said Kids.
37 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But he made it,
Ryan says political influences their train of thought and outlook. Religion may highlight their morals and values. Physical last because looks isn't everything, but being active and healthy is incredibly attractive. That's the thing too. Like the older we get too, like our physical is fading. You know, like
Yeah.
It has over this fucking pandemic. Fuck. But now that
Just stay younger.
I feel like I'm gonna go out there, I'll be back, fucking making sure that I get a few looks.
like I mean, I was watching the ABBA and Preach stuff. There's this 50-year-old supermodel who would show up.
Pensacola?
I don't.
The Russian girl?
Yeah. She went to like
she's hot.
she went to like some model party, and she could not get a guy to like hit on her because all the men there were interested in the 20-year-old models, 30-year-old models, and she's saying how like society should really change their outlook on like what physical beauty is and how age.
that,
like, why is she null and void?
She should have went to a
after
regular
35.
party, not a party with supermodels.
Well, that's what I'm okay. So that's what ABBA and Preach were saying, that like, like you lived that life. You've already like you've eaten. You ate. She got hers during her time.
did.
She took part, and now she wants to change it now because she's technically null and void in the society that she helped perpetuate and like support.
Yeah, like she's out of the game on that one. She's in the wrong house.
Right. And so like, and then they made the point like, would you rather be an ugly woman or an ugly man?
No.
She's like, she's a 50-year-old hot woman.
She's hot. She's hot.
Right? She's hot.
But yeah, she's good looking.
But like, she still doesn't have it worse than an average or even not a below average looking 20-year-old man. Like, man.
She used to be the champion, but now she's hanging out in a room of. She's a former champion hanging out with current champions.
But what they're saying now is like, or what they said was, they'd still rather be an ugly man than an ugly woman. Because if you're an ugly man, your wealth and your status can still bring you game. It can still bring you opportunity. But not the other side. Like,
yeah, we were just talking about this. Remember, it's like there's the reverse. Like the whole ugly guys with fucking hot chicks. Because of nice cars.
If you have money and nice house, nice cars, like
exactly.
Pros and cons to both sides.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, but which one has worse cons?
Well,
Debatable.
I do not want to be. I'd rather be an ugly guy than an ugly girl.
Eyes of the beholder.
I gotta say that.
I mean, ugly's ugly, isn't it?
Yeah, but who's gonna in this society though? Like, yeah, you can try to be politically correct and like balanced here, but in today's society, if you're gonna put yourself in this world, you have an answer. You're not gonna be indifferent about it doesn't matter. There's an advantage to one over the other, and it's unfortunate, but there is.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're a male pursuing a woman and woman is ugly, like you're not attracted, they are not gonna, procreate with you, and like
right.
That's a whole
if they're not good looking enough, then they have to see if you're funny enough. If not, they're gonna pull out their wallet. I got her on the third one.
Yeah, if you're too old, like you're not
what? You
gonna
tell
carry
all the
their
ladies out
children
there,
and
us men are waiting for you girls to hit on us. And hey.
No, we're not waiting on ugly women to hit on us, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, see,
not ugly women, just attractive women.
Well,
right?
I've been hit on by ugly women,
same.
Drinks,
Any woman would only want an in their eyes, an attractive man to hit on them.
Eye of the beholder, right?
Right?
But I don't get that about women. Like, because this is a whole thing against the whole Me Too movement. But if an attractive girl is out doing her fucking thing, out in the bar, and someone who she don't think is attractive tries to hit on her, then it's like, it's like harassment.
It's
and
gross,
shit like that.
yeah.
I hear this all the time.
But if
not
it's
like
Brad
he did
Pitt,
anything. Like, he made you feel uncomfortable. Like, I watched fucking. I was telling you
Yeah.
about the Twitch thing. Like,
Nah.
you got all these girls in hot tubs, and then someone says nice boobs. Oh, you're out of there. Wow, you couldn't handle a comment of nice boobs because you're wearing a fucking
No,
bikini
it's
in a
not
hot
the
tub?
comment of nice boobs. It's men calling you a cunt or grabbing your ass or reaching
Well, yeah,
up your
that's different.
skirt.
That's different.
Like-
but this is a
No.
world of
yes,
And
that-
this shit happens.
yes.
absolutely.
You know,
it does.
every time I went out when I was in my 20s, that shit happened.
Yeah,
Every
Yeah.
time.
that's an excuse. Yeah.
Yeah, there's you can't touch people.
But do you?
But
Okay,
sometimes you
no,
have to-
Krista, not to not empathize to that situation, but would you say there are women out there who will get a compliment from one man and the same compliment from another man, but one of them was ugly and one of them was good looking, and will treat them differently simply because of where it was coming
Yeah.
from?
Hell yeah.
But
For sure.
we're not saying that that's what you did, obviously. Yeah, because your
Like-
experience that you're saying, it was.
It didn't matter.
That's
in that
uncalled for. That's
situation
uncalled for.
if
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were attractive
But if it
or
was
not.
Brad Pitt?
Like,
It was disrespectful. Yeah. Oh,
But if
yeah.
It was Brad Pitt
it was
grabbing you,
abuse and
who's-
assault.
Yeah.
No, if a Brad Pitt, you're in a bus and Brad Pitt cops a feel. Okay, maybe if everyone understood that it was Brad Pitt, but still, you generally wouldn't give him that benefit of the doubt.
You can't touch people. That's a general rule.
No.
You can't touch people. But sometimes
Can you
there's
touch
some
them though if they
things
make
now,
out with you?
What?
If they make out with you, can you
Well,
touch them?
Well, I go for the touch anyway already. Fuck that if we're already there.
So
But what I'm saying is,
if you're already that's what I'm trying to say. Let's say everything's been PG, everything's been courteous and gentlemanlike, and
Yeah.
now you're making out. So this is just kissing.
mhm.
Does that? I'm not gonna say the word welcome,
I'm
but-
trying to go to second base.
but if
yeah.
if the male or even if the female, but let's just say for this example's sake, if the male starts to move his hands around your body, but the only thing that's been introduced so far is kissing, is that out of the question, or is that
no,
at that point
Not
like
necessarily, but
legit?
I feel like, if they're resisting that, you can feel that. Like,
yes. If they're resisting,
Right?
yes.
it's like Dave Chappelle. You reach for the grab and then they say, "But all right, try the other hand,
Yeah.
five minutes later."
Yeah. But if they
No,
don't,
you got to respect the boundaries, and everyone's.
but
gonna
what
have
if they
different boundaries.
don't? What if they don't resist? But it's in their
Well, then you
mind. They're
keep
like,
going.
how dare that? How dare that guy cop that feel? But they're not resisting physically. Is that possible?
Well, we can't read minds now, can we?
Age-
yeah,
The whole-
I mean,
yeah.
the whole
it
wokeness
is.
thing.
It is.
It's possible.
you
It's
know.
possible
I-
that happens.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
They
sure.
they freeze up because it's like shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't know because
don't
you're
know.
making out, and you think that's something. Is that
Yeah,
something?
like you didn't break any rules because we're not mind read, and I get that. There's sometimes, but there has to be also, like you said, right? Like nobody said anything. It's just like that comedian, Aziz Ansari. You know who he is?
I heard about what happened with that guy.
Yeah, like the girl's now trying to sue him because she
He
felt
went-
uncomfortable. But
he went
banged him
down-
3 times.
Oh no, she went.
She
Yeah.
banged him 3 times, and she said
What?
A year, yeah,
3
And then a
times?
year later, she talked to a lawyer saying, "Well, I felt uncomfortable, and was that kind of harassment? And should I?" And they're like, "No,
No, I
Like,
don't.
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
you-
sure the story wasn't 3 times. It was all in one night.
no, they did it again because she showed up again."
What?
I watched it. Yeah. So, but like that's what I'm saying. Like, definitely do not cross boundaries when there's a thing.
Yeah,
Sometimes
as long as
boundaries
it's communicated, but we
accidentally.
can't.
Yeah.
You know, a guy, any side can't
sometimes-
assume.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm making out with a girl, just like you said, and then I try to reach for her ass, and I could tell she doesn't want that. Me
Yeah.
growing up the way it is, I'm not gonna do it.
Then you're
Like,
gonna
I'm-
stop it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna stop, and then I'll joke about it or something like that, and then whatever. But you got to know those boundaries, right? Everybody has different limitations. Obviously, every girl has different limitations. What you did with one girl, you may not gonna be able to do with this girl. All that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
you gotta be careful out there. I mean, but eventually you're gonna have to, try to make a kill too.
Well,
So,
at some point,
yeah.
if things align, it'll work out, and then it gets even better. So like sometimes that happens.
Yeah, for
I
all
mean,
you
I feel like
ladies,
it's tough
listeners
for
out
guys. I
there.
feel like it's tough for guys right now. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want a guy to ask me, "Is this okay?"
Oh,
like,
right? That's true.
Can we
Can I
make out
kiss you?
now? Like,
Can I
what do you
grab
want?
your?
Just- yeah.
Can I grab you there? It's like
Yeah.
Can you not ask?
Like, is it okay if I kiss your neck? Like,
Can you
that
not
sounds
ask that, but make sure I know what you want first before you do it? Thank
Yeah.
you.
Like, yeah, it's tough.
That's the position that this whole wokeness in me too. It's
It's-
like
It's
I
hard.
ask all my gal pals, how would you feel if you're, getting a vibe and things going, and then he just stops and, is it okay if we make out? You'll fucking think he's a loser right there and then.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the
sometimes
hard
you got to
part.
reach for it.
Because girls
'Cause
want
you
a guy
can
to
be
take
like
control.
a super awkward guy that can't read signals,
Yeah.
or
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what. That's why there's got to be there's weirdos out there, but
yeah.
communication always the best. But it's hard to say, like.
Well, you have it. Or
Am
you
I
don't.
going to go out in the future and try to make out with a girl? Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm going to try. But I'm going to know I'm going to make sure that I know the boundaries and, make sure that I don't cross those boundaries.
Yeah, like reading the
I
signals
mean,
is very hard.
You got to.
And I mean, like, no is a clear no.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I
or
understand.
like even
In every language
reading
As
on
long
earth.
as
signals
it's
the
like
other way,
a
too.
no.
Yeah.
No, like, no is
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Yes.
like,
Even if
you
you're
know what? When it
saying
gets
no,
to that
like,
point, then you're not even
no, like,
comfortable anymore.
But there's
You
like
have
an
to say
ego
no,
with the guy.
The
The guy
situation's
like
already not even
Yeah.
smooth anymore. When there's a
Yeah.
no, there's no way around that. Like,
yeah.
most sane people, I think, would not proceed further. Otherwise, we're a
Yeah.
world full of rapists.
No, but
Yeah,
did you
well, I mean,
did you
there are
not
rapists
see
out there.
Louis C.K.? Louis
Yeah.
C.K. had a bit. He's talking about like he's in the courtroom and they're like he's reading the statement. It's like she says no, stop it, don't do that, stop it. And he's reading this. He's reading it like to the
Yeah.
court. Let it be known that this was what was said. She's like, no, stop it, don't do that. And then Louis C.K. is like, yeah, but he wasn't there. It's not how she said it. She was like, no, stop it, don't do that.
Is this the masturbation?
It might have been that one too, but
Yeah.
anyway, like it's true. Context is a big thing in the because it's a thing.
That's why
It's a
text
role
messaging
play. It's
and
like
is so misconstrued. You didn't put an apostrophe there, or and then people read it wrong. And then
Yo,
Yeah, there's a lot
guys,
of miscommunication. in
did you
text.
know
And a lot
what?
of women might say no, like that, because it's really
They're trying to be
uncomfortable and
nice.
they mean no,
Yeah,
but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
they
That's
don't
true.
know how to
Okay.
say no. Get the fuck off of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Question. Just because I learned this in the last
I
like 2-3
think that
days.
the
hold on.
person he says, I
Tom,
wish
hold
women
on.
would say that more. So there's no ends ifs about
When
it. I wish-
when someone types to you KK, what does that mean? What does that mean? KK.
What? Are we gonna analyze the text?
I
KK?
don't
No, I'm curious. I'm curious if you guys know the etiquette of KK. It was just brought to my attention in the
Isn't
last
that
2
short
days.
for okay?
Right. Yes. So what do you take it as? What is the meaning behind KK?
I'll be
I
right back.
just learned
It's
this
like
in the last-
asking,
Got it.
like asking,
Like-
what's the meaning of hi? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You wanna hear
I'm
a funny story?
specifically
And I'm not gonna
asking.
give you any
No. Hold
context
on.
around it.
Hold on. I'm not gonna give you any context at all. It's specifically typing KK. What does it mean to you guys? Is it neutral? Is it just okay? Really
What's the
brief way
question?
of saying it. I'm not gonna give you the context.
Well, then, I don't
KK.
know.
What is the
It's
meaning
like-
there?
okay, got it. Like,
Yeah.
Is
Like-
there any kind of hint of annoyance?
No.
yeah, maybe.
Depends on context. If you ask any kind of question, you can say depends on context.
No,
And it's a
no,
text,
but
so
no,
what can
no.
you really get out of that?
no, but how you guys type it when you use it in
don't.
your own chats. If you write
Oh, I don't use
KK,
I think KK is such an Asian thing. I don't know why.
You
okay.
can use
Yeah.
it either way.
So what I found out,
use
it
guys,
either way.
apparently, and this is all I've been told in the last 2 days. If you write KK, there's an annoyance behind it, and it's like you take whatever's been said, and it's like
Right,
you're
like,
accepting
see?
it, but you're not
Really?
impressed.
I'm with
Yeah,
Warren, man.
I just found that out. I just found that out 2 days
Yeah, see,
ago.
I'm with Warren and Kyle.
Really?
Yeah,
When
I did
think
not
of
know
weird
this.
kids, I always think it's like a giggle, like okay, KK, like that's what I think.
I
Who
feel
do
like
you
okay.
talk to? They're
No,
fucking
that's bro,
psychotic.
bro. No,
Well,
no,
and,
no,
and you give
no,
no
no.
context.
Here's the thing. Apparently, No. You don't even need context because that is what you convey. When you write KK, whatever's been said before is like you're accepting it, but you're like, all right, I'm annoyed. It's over. Like, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So like,
Apparently,
girl,
that's
you're
what
just
KK
saying-
means. I did
Oh,
not
if a
know
girl-
this. I did not know
So-
this.
Oh, is this
Girl.
okay? Is this what KK means to everybody?
No.
That's
But
what I'm
apparently, okay, because she's younger gen. She's younger gen. I'll just say that. When she's like, "Oh, you're annoyed now," I'm like, "No." Like, I just said KK. It means okay, but like in a more casual sense. She's like, "No, it means that you are like annoyed with what we were talking about, and you don't want to talk about it anymore." I'm like, I did not know that it meant that. But anyway, apparently
Yeah.
this is.
I
is
think
like,
you just got caught.
Maybe
in,
that's
like,
just
some
her.
miscommunication.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
her.
It's
Like
one
it-
of those text things where things just she reads it her own way. It's text, man. Like what? The
Oh,
fuck?
I know,
Yeah,
dude.
like
Guys,
that.
I'm asking
The
specifically for the
apostrophe
sake
was in the wrong spot, and the
conversation
comma.
over.
Oh man,
KK
That's
is
right.
easier to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Kyle, dude.
You should
That's
be
how I
like-
wrote it. I wrote KK like, all right, KK. I didn't want to write
Should have
okay.
been like, oh, I didn't mean it that way, but
Oh,
now I do. KK.
don't write KK. You want to- yeah.
And I wrote
Yes.
KK. Yeah, imagine I just wrote
Yeah.
KK again.
I always think of that as like a little Asian woman text. KK.
It's
KK.
FJ.
Yeah, I'm a little Asian woman, bro. That was me.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what KK meant, but I'll
Okay.
tell you what the funny story.
All right. Okay.
Real quick. Is
I know I just had another drink too, and I'm pretty.
I don't
but
know what I didn't know for the longest time what FML stood for when I saw that all the time on texting. When girls would always say it to it, I was laughing 'cause-
FML.
Yeah, you know what I thought it stood for? I thought it said "fuck me loud." Like, that's what I thought it stood for. It fuck me loud. Like, yeah.
You're a fucking hero.
Oh, that's wishful thinking, bro.
You're a fucking hero.
Like, I thought that was just a phrase, you know? Like, yeah.
Why do you
So I
always
was
come
always
over
like-
when I say
And it came up at a dinner with a bunch of 20 people. Like,
Why do you
like,
always come over when you?
Wow.
I thought that's what it
love
stood
it.
for. Fuck me loud.
Fucking love it.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
You know,
only
like, you never heard
because
that
of guys, I would love for this to keep going, and I'm down for it too. But I think for the sake of the VOD, it's 2:43 a.m.
Holy
It's a
shit.
lot longer
Yeah,
than
I
I
got
thought it
work.
was gonna be. But thank you guys for coming and enjoy and taking part in the conversation. Anyone want to have like any last tips for 2022? I mean, yeah, I think for the most part, yes. Put yourself in situations where you think you're playing your best hand, right? Right, Ward?
Best
Right?
hand?
Get out
Best
there.
hand.
I'm playing my
Eh.
best hand.
Don't say KK. Don't say FML is fuck me loud. Anything else, guys? Any? I will say, okay. Like I kind of said it earlier too. It's just if your intention this year is to change your relationship status, be active about it. Put in the effort and actually put in some of your time and investment to make it happen. Passive isn't gonna work. There's gonna be a lot of competition now that things are open. People are gonna be more willing to meet. Push that meeting a little bit earlier. I think that's the thing I'll take from this meeting, from this podcast today is I'm gonna try to push the meeting a little bit earlier, chat less, even though I'm confident in my chat game. Anyone
Check
else?
this out, buddy.
Anyone else? Want to say something?
Get out there. Have some fun.
Don't chat with people from Russia.
Racist.
I thought that's what you guys said. No, it's okay.
Прошу прощения. Да. Добрый день.
Красивая
Как дела?
девушка. Спасибо.
Как дела? Как дела?
Как дела?
Да, да, да. Как дела?
Anyone else? Anything? I feel like I'm hopeful for this year. I am particularly for myself. I think this year's looking good for me. And like professionally, work wise, I have a good lineup coming up. I haven't been working out in a long time though, so I'm worried about that. I need to get back into that.
Yep.
Focus. I should work out again, but yeah. Anyone?
Let's
Anybody?
everyone get physical.
Anybody? No? More? Last
I got
words.
nothing, man. I ain't got last words, man.
Keep winking. Yeah.
Don't ask me. I'm stupid. Don't worry
Just
about me.
keep winking. Lesbian games.
My only goal is I'm here to be happy. That's it. And if 8 years single was happy for me, I'm gonna keep going.
All right.
Never alone, my friend.
Hey.
Never alone.
All right, Krista. Anything you want to give out to women or men, little tips or like advice for the year?
No,
Just a
I
tip.
don't have tips.
No tips.
Just the tip,
Use a
boys.
dog. Get a dog. Apparently her tip was get a
Get a
dog.
dog. Get a dog. That
Break
might
the ice
help.
so easily.
Maybe.
But just get a dog.
Would you like to come home and see my German Shepherd? Did that work? That's another. That's my new line. If I get a dog. Fuck.
All right,
dogs.
Tom. What about you? Okay, I know you said that you might try the
Everybody-
apps now. You might like go out and dance more. I guess.
No, everybody enjoy the warm weather, the unmasking. Have a good time. Go meet
Right.
some people.
Mike, what about you? Climb.
Climb.
Yeah, go climbing. Yeah, it's the best.
Climb.
thing
Play
ever. Oh.
TFT. Get in these chats. No. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna stay on the apps. It's not to say that that's my only focus, but I do want to get myself out there, and yeah, we'll try and take advantage of the fact that the world is trying to get back to normalcy. So, anyway, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week at Thursday, probably 11 p.m. I was supposed to be only an hour, and this did not happen today, but it was a fun time. We got a lot of drinks in. Cheers. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. Comment down below if you have any funny dating app scenarios and experiences. Peace out, guys.